being clouded by the rapid spread of the latest variant of the coronavirus. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I'm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The tabloid said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to a morning without Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Wednesday morning. That's right, folks. Halfway day if you're working through the entirety of the work week. And if you're not working through the week, well, it's just a mere, let's see, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like 3 full days till Christmas.
Not for us.
Yeah, not for us.
We're lucky we get Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you have any other work to do on Friday?
I do have some stuff I have to get caught up. Why am I so tinny? I feel very tinny right now. I don't know.
Ting.
Yeah, very tinny. But I got some last minute things I got to get taken care of on the production side of things. Some promos got to knock out. Of course, because it's radio, we have to work ahead, like far ahead. So we're of course going to have things ready for our time off. But beyond that, just kind of smooth sailing into the holidays. Got most of the Christmas purchased, taken care of. There's still a couple of odds and ends I have to take care of. Kids stuff is pretty much all squared away. Although, this is something that when you don't have kids, you don't have to deal with. But the present hide, like, there's only certain places in my house that I can put stuff.
Cut open a floorboard.
Kinda. I feel like I kind of feel like I need to, or like close down a bathroom for a season. But yesterday, Rhiannon came sprinting out of my room, going, "Oh no, Hunter!" I'm like, okay, let's calm down. What happened? Because I'm thinking, kid's hurt, something fell on him or something. Like, let's calm down. Let's rationally, and as we're going back there, she goes, He found it. And I find him in the closet, like leaned up against all the toys, still in the bags. I don't know how much he saw, but doing his Hunter thing where he's like, if I look down and I don't make any sounds, maybe nobody will know I'm here. So, the jig was up.
Yeah.
He got busted. But I didn't know that. Honestly, I'm starting to think that the 8-year-old hired the 3-year-old as for like reconnaissance, like to send him in, because now he's like sharp enough that he can come out and give a full report.
Wasn't there a rule if you find the presents, you don't get them?
That's what I said. I'm like, you guys know I should take these back to the. I should call Santa and have him because I told her I'm helping out the elves, because Santa has a hard job this time of year.
Oh, yeah.
Every house in the world. Yeah, and I don't know if you heard about this, but because of the new variant, Santa's actually giving presents to naughty kids as well. So,
but he's just going to come in with his mask and gloves. It's not going to be big.
Oh yeah, no, Santa's covered.
But he probably can't eat the cookies though.
Actually, what we're doing is
how does that work?
We're a single drop of hand sanitizer on each cookie.
Ooh,
yeah, take care of
that'll probably kill him.
Or just spray him down with some Lysol. Santa will love that. Moms who are having trouble with communicating with their husbands, try that out and see how Santa likes that. But I will say that no. So this year, since Santa's got such a hard job helping out both the naughty and the nice kids, I'm trying to pick up some of the slack, and I've been incommunicado with the elves. And so I've had some of the toys here. I told him I'm going to call the elves and have them take them back. He got real upset about that because the problem was Rihanna didn't see anything. She didn't know anything. But I'm pretty sure Hunter, because I think they're listening to my show right now. He was going on and on about how he wanted his big cars. Because I got him this set of 2 RC cars. It's like one's like a Fast and the Furious style car and one's a cop car. So we can do like cop chases and stuff.
Well, I mean, if he is listening, then Merry Christmas.
Spoiler alert, Hunter. Of course, I'm pretty sure he's not in my demo. But nor is his grandma. But yeah, so he was real upset for a good solid hour and a half afterwards because he just wanted his cars.
It's okay. You got a few days.
Like, buddy, it's just a few days till Christmas. But the thing is, now
technically they're already yours. They're marked to be yours. You just have to wait to get them.
And that's why it's so hard to explain this logic to a child. Because the only joy that I'm going to get out of this is seeing his face light up on Christmas Day. That's the whole reason you throw it down on all these gifts is just to get a reaction, to make sure obviously to make their Christmas brighter, but you're goading for that reaction. And if they know what's coming, it just it screws it up for the parent. He doesn't. It's hard to explain that logic to him. He's like, but it's mine. Why can't I have it now? It's like what's the 877 cash now?
Yeah.
These are my toys and I
money.
want them now. It's hard to explain that to a child, but
technically the gift has not been given yet.
That's true. And the other thing is, I haven't actually. There's one more good gift that I want to get for both the kids, really, but really for Hunter because he's starting to kind of get into his creative stage. So I want to get him the obligatory bucket of Legos. The starter set.
Yeah.
The yellow bucket. So I'm thinking that's still on the list. And he's 3, so he seems young for Legos, but he's still already building towers, at his age. So I want to get him started on it.
I think it's 2+.
Well, no, Legos like Duplos are fine for 2, like younger kids, and he had the Duplos. But he
well, we're just talking about the choking hazard.
Yeah, and he doesn't put stuff like that in his mouth. Really.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's hard enough to get him to put food in his mouth half the time. But yeah, so that's still like the big gift. So he'll still be surprised at that. There's still a couple of rays of hope, and then the big gift that Mom got him is they're getting a trampoline this year. So
ooh,
we're really excited about that one. They're definitely going to enjoy.
They're going to bounce.
God, I hope they're not listening because I really spoiled it for him now. Rihanna,
Merry
if you're
Christmas.
listening, go back to sleep. What are you doing up at 12 minutes after 7 o'clock? Let's get you the rundown for this morning. Coming up here in just a few minutes. Actually, I got to get to it because it's quite a long interview. Going to rerun the interview. Mixmaster Mike Winters sat down with Ms. Lori Schatz yesterday and chit-chatted all about all sorts of stuff. Schatz production, also some stuff with Kiwanis, I believe. So we'll run that interview coming up here in just a few minutes at around 7:15 or so. At around 8:15, I got Big Brothers and Big Sisters scheduled to stop by. Hopefully we'll be chit-chatting with them, talk about some of their holiday plans, and as we move into 2022, exactly what is on the docket for them. Then coming up in the 9 o'clock hour, I believe it's going to be Lee and Jen, more than likely from American Legion Post 61. We'll be chit-chatting with them, obviously, wrapping things up for the 2021 season. And as we kickstart 2022, big plans for them, and we'll see what's on the horizon for the American Legion. Plus, of course, your hourly features, which include your town hall news, your business news, weather, of course, the hourly updates, the Kim Commando report coming up here in this hour, the Sean Hannity update in the 9 o'clock hour, and whatever else graces our desk here in the hallowed Mike Winterless halls. I thought it was kind of funny. Speaking of like American Legion Post 61, and as we were just a moment ago, as we get closer to the kickstart to 2022, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and it just seems like every year in 2020 now seems like a sequel. Like just because of how it's named. Like this year we're in right now feels like 2020, the year we lived through before, was a success, that it defeated us because 2021, right? Yeah. Yeah, we lost 2021. Now every year after just seems like a sequel. 2022, 2020, 3D. I'm holding out for 2024 Fast 4 Furious. We're just coming up with all like the different ways you could play with it. 2025, was it 2025 on it? And just like all the different like variants of
202666.
2020, what was it? 2027, The Reckoning.
Yeah.
And then just all the different things that could happen. Because, every year is just going to be a sequel.
I think the one thing that it kind of hit me was I was trying to plan ahead for the basketball season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was writing down 2022, and it felt weird.
Dude, yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
Every time
I forgot.
Every time we get to a new year, I always struggle with putting the new year in. And
we'll get there. It's just I'm kind of used to this year, and I just kind of want to stay in it. Let's do 2021 too.
Because I'm so used to doing everything on 10 key, I'm just so used to pressing 21. It's going to be weird to use my middle finger to do 22 for the rest of the year or for next year. But I'm so used to just especially with 12, it's such a weird thing. As you can go 12, 21, and it's just kind of a nice flow.
Mm-hmm.
And for somebody who's like weird OCD like I am, that's nice. This is going to throw me off. It's not.
Oh yeah.
Not rhythmically right.
It's different.
I don't know.
I don't like it.
It's hard to explain.
Main point was just it's the New Year's right around the corner.
Yes.
I think 2 weeks, maybe less.
Yeah, less. Because it's the 22nd. So we are 9 days away from New Year's Eve.
Oh.
That's sink in.
Well, I mean, I hope you all enjoy it. But
I'm ready. I'm putting 2021 in the rear view. It was, I'm not going to say a bad year. It was a bittersweet year in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I experienced a whole lot of growth, but it was just, it was an ebb and flow, as most years are. But I guess, moving into the unknown is kind of exciting. There's that.
Sort of.
Yeah. Plus, the one thing I love about this time of year, honestly, is everybody puts out the year in review. And it's like, we were just there, but now we have to go back and relive it. But I do enjoy, hearing just different people's takes on the crap year that was. Matter of fact, there was I haven't seen the one for this year, but the YouTube channel Weird History did a whole video about 2020 and basically the year of the dumpster fire, essentially. And it's a great video. It breaks it down. But there's whole bunches of swaths of things that you forget about. Like before the pandemic, do you remember how everybody was freaking out about fires? Like the fire season was worse
than ever?
Yeah, or there was a bad earthquake season or something like that.
The thing is, they're still happening.
Uh-huh.
I just don't think people care as much.
No, we've stopped paying attention. We got to get into it so we can run this Lori interview. So 17 minutes after 7 o'clock, let's get you up to date with some weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Aside from some gusty wind over the next few days, things look good all the way through the Christmas weekend. Low to mid 70s and sunny today. Overnight, a few clouds with upper 30s, and then we'll be in the mid to upper 70s on Thursday, and it looks fair. Gusty wind coming up on Friday, but mostly sunny and our high in the upper 70s. And then for Christmas, we're expecting sunshine, mid 70s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 41 degrees around Roswell Way. Humidity at 20%. Winds out of the south at about 5 miles an hour with a barometer at about 30.7 inches. Looking for a high of 74 degrees today. Mostly sunny skies. Winds out of the west 5 to 10 miles an hour, increasing to 10 to 15 later on this afternoon. Partly cloudy, dropping down to 36 for your overnight low. Mostly sunny and 74 as we head into your Thursday. Now, here's the thing. The winds are really going to start a-blowing on Friday. We got areas of blowing dust after 11 a.m., otherwise mostly sunny, 79 for the high. We're already into winter, but for your Friday, it's going to be a windy one. They're calling for winds out of the southwest, 15 to 25, gusts up to 35 miles an hour, so be aware and be prepared for a windy Christmas Eve. Then for Christmas Day, absolutely gorgeous out there, mostly sunny and a high of right around 75 degrees. Yeah. Board shorts on Christmas Day. Not too shabby. 18 minutes now, 19 minutes after 7 o'clock. Got to pause, pay a couple of these bills, and after these, we're in the interview with Ms. Lori Schatz coming up on A Morning Without Mike Winters. Stay tuned.
The most wonderful sale of the century is on now at Roswell Nissan. Prices slashed across the lot, 0 down, and no payments for 90 days. Get a 2017 Sentra for just $219 a month, a 2013 Civic for just $199 a month, or a 2011 Hyundai Tucson for just $169 a month. And play Lucky Lotto to win cash and prizes. Just watch your mailbox and bring in your mailer for the chance to win up to $25,000 cash. The most wonderful sale of the century on now at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd. Looking for holiday fun for your family? Come ride the Roswell Christmas Railway, opening November 26th at the Spring River Zoo for its 6th season of spreading holiday joy. See Santa, explore the Light Maze, play in Elf Town, and more. New for 2021, the Plateau Ice Skating Rink, Blocktown Christmas Lego Display, and Christmas Karaoke. Get dates, tickets, and more info at RoswellChristmasRailway.com. The Roswell Christmas Railway, November 26th through Christmas at the Spring River Zoo. Sponsored by XL Energy, Fulkerson Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, the Roswell Chamber of Commerce, Plateau, and Bank of the Southwest.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service also allows me to be there for my community in ways others can't. I help my hometown recover after nature strikes. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country and those I care about safe from threats. I also work with a network of professionals that help me succeed. Also, the Army National Guard's education benefits make getting a higher education a reality. Being an Army National Guard soldier makes living and serving in my community more rewarding every day. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the New Mexico Army National Guard. Aired by the New Mexico Broadcasters Association and this station.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. 47.2% of all statistics are made up on the spot. Is this true? I'd say chances are about 50%. Here's Mike Winters.
Morning and good morning. It is 22 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, Lori Schott's back with us. Good morning, Lori. How are you doing?
Good morning. Good. It's Ugly Sweater Day at my work. I missed it on Friday. I guess it's a national thing now. The third Friday of December is Ugly Sweater Month. Who knew?
I missed the meeting.
I did too. I missed the memo. So we pushed it back till today. So
I just say I wear these every day and just tell people that.
I just look ugly all the time, so it doesn't matter.
Or no, go the other way. Say, look, I got to ugly this down a little bit, all this. So I wear these sweaters to be common like you.
Yeah, that's it. Some people work on their sweaters all year. I have a girlfriend back in Indiana that she picks a sweater and then she works on it. Hangs the balls off of it, like lovely.
The tassel, the garland.
Yes, that's awful, isn't it?
It's pretty ugly.
It's ugly.
And I will appreciate to set it off. They went with the sky blue, which is un-Christmas. I mean,
and then
everyone's red and green heavy. This is sky blue.
And now you have a unicorn.
Yeah,
and
is that even
Christmas? At the bottom
Christmas?
it says pink believe. When the rest of yours is red, I'm just like, OMG.
Now
this was a gift.
Now they're crossing holidays or something. There's like, unicorns aren't part of Christmas.
No. But this was a gift as, wear it on Ugly Sweater Day. So
well, it
here
qualifies as that sweater. I will give it that.
Maybe I'll win the prize. Woohoo!
It definitely enters that category. So, good job. Of course, Lori does a lot of work with Shots Productions, Kiwanis Club, working with the Roswell Community Little Theater here in the last fall here. Of course, hopefully folks got a chance to see the Swearingen and Kelly show that took place about a month or so ago here.
November 6th.
Yeah, November 6th. And that was, Simon and Garfunkel, a great show for the crowds, and hopefully everyone got and had a little fundraiser and raised some money. And now this is actually, that was fundraising for Kiwanis and for the Roswell Community Little Theater. Both entities are still raising money.
Yes, they both still have huge projects. Yeah. And I'm really excited that we met cost.
Good.
And both groups made money.
Good. So how did the ball drop do for the Kiwanis?
That also went very well. In fact, I had a gentleman back in Indiana when I was a Kiwanian back there that got second place, and he donated the money back to us.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so that was really nice.
That's the trick, is to get people to buy thinking that they don't need the money, they just want to give it back. And so then they're like, oh, you won $500.
Yeah.
Like, oh, just give it back to the cause. Yeah, you're a good dude.
Yeah, so Doug Austin was in charge of that, and thanks to Doug for doing that. It was the same morning as the concert.
It was a busy Saturday.
It was a very busy Saturday.
Plus, there was a bunch of other stuff going on that day, if I remember right.
Parade,
it was a slurry of stuff.
Yeah, but we were really thankful that we did have 4 foodie sponsors in Bewitched, Peppers, Portofino's. Oh, we had 3, sorry. So we had those 3 sponsors. So our VIPs got to eat well and drink well. In fact, I have someone who came to the first one, did not get a VIP pass, and he was like, when you're ready to sell those tickets to John Denver, I want to bump up.
All right. So you got a one guaranteed VIP for our John Denver show.
Yeah, we've actually sold already 15 tickets. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're thinking like, wait a minute, John Denver's coming. Well, yeah, kind of. It's coming up. Mark this date on your calendars, February 19th. So you got time.
Right.
You got time to
but
get
if you need
this.
a Christmas present.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're thinking, hey, what would be good in my spouse's stocking or friend's stocking or whomever's stocking, February 19th, 2 shows, a matinee in the afternoon and a 7 p.m. showing. There's going to be a John Denver tribute show. A gentleman by the name of Ted Vigil. He not only sounds like John Denver, but I don't know if he's got a hidden DNA gene hidden in there somewhere, but you put the glasses and the clothing on this guy, and you swear John Denver's standing there.
And that's why I used the quote from Music Scene in the ad. Is that he looks like him, better yet, he sounds like him.
Yeah.
So you're going to get the whole package with Ted.
So if you've been, I guess we can't enjoy John Denver in live in concert person no more. We just can't do that, obviously.
Right.
This is going to be the next best thing. And for folks that don't know, a lot of locals know this, but if you're new to the area, didn't know, John Denver's got connections to Roswell. His father, I believe, served at the base here in was it the 50s? I'm not sure exactly when. But so John Denver lived in Roswell as a child.
Right.
And I swear I know somebody that like knew him back then and lived here and all. But
and then his father became his private pilot.
Yeah.
His father did not agree with his choice. You know, obviously he worked at an NMI, and so he wanted him to be more military.
Sure.
And he became a musician.
Yeah.
And then when he saw, I guess this thing's going to be okay.
Yeah.
You know, he became his private pilot. So.
Yeah. And and I'm guessing that's probably where John Denver got his love of flying and everything,
right?
Too. And I mean, obviously, folks know what happened. You know, because he was an amateur. Well, I don't think that amateur is the right word. He was a pilot of his own, but he did like experimental aircraft. I think the one he died in was a experimental glider or something. It was in a regular airplane. I know that much. But
he was an adrenaline junkie.
He was a guy that definitely. But anyway, Ted Vigil, and this is kind of. It's unique how he came to be John Denver, right? I mean,
his story is he went to be part of a local talent competition. He was going to sing one of his own songs, and they all saw him, and they were like, "Are you going to sing John Denver?"
Bust out some Rocky Mountain.
And he was like, and I can't remember which song. It wasn't Rocky Mountain. I can't remember which song, but he did, and then he won that competition, went to nationals, and won that.
Okay.
And thought, there might be something in this since I kind of look like the guy,
fits.
Right? So he became a tribute singer for John Denver as a Christmas show.
Nice.
He's all over the place. He's coming to us from Arizona.
Okay.
In fact, I was looking at hiring him earlier on, and I went to Phoenix to see Dinner Theater. And up on the screen, they said on their dark day they were going to have John Denver. And I look up, and it's the same guy. And I'm like, he's all over the place wherever I go. So
he's kind of working his way to be like almost the official.
Yeah.
John
He was at
Denver.
Honeywell Performing Arts Center in Indiana, in Wabash, Indiana, about 3 or 4 months ago. A friend of mine is like, "Is this the guy you're having?" I'm like, "That's exactly the guy."
That's him.
So he is getting well known around the United States for doing John Denver.
I'm curious. I have to go check him out online. Like if it's some of his original stuff. I don't know if that's even out there. But
yeah, I don't know
if it's John Denver or is it a complete different animal altogether?
He also has a slideshow that will be going on behind him.
Okay.
So he'll be telling some stories about John Denver's life.
Okay. So I imagine there'll be a Roswell connection or two in that presentation.
And that's why he's super excited. He's like, John Denver, he was there, he lived there. And I'm like, right. So we're hoping people come out and support the causes, but because they like John Denver.
Sure. And that's just it. I mean, this is, at the end of the day, we're trying to raise money for the Kiwanis Club, which is continuing to raise money for the all-inclusive park.
Yes.
And the Roswell Community Little Theater, of course, they've got the ongoing project to replace that roof.
Correct.
They've been raising funds. Of course, they had their Santa's Talent Search just now. They've got other shows. So they're doing that, but to help booster that and get more money for that roof, because it's expensive to replace a roof, help out and come out to this
Right.
show too.
Now,
Now,
if you're interested in sponsorship, we also have some sponsorships available
Okay,
as
if you'd like
well.
to
And
be-
we didn't do sponsorship last time. We took it on ourselves.
okay.
So we had to sell X amount of tickets to cover the cost of the artist before anyone could make any money.
Gotcha.
And that's why I was really happy that both sides made good money for a concert.
Sure. The table wasn't set to easily make money.
Right.
Gotcha.
So this time we are not doing a silent auction.
Okay.
We will have another function going on in the lobby. We still are doing the VIP. The price is still $40.
So you can wine and dine.
You can wine
for
and
the
dine
event.
a little bit.
Okay.
And then we raised the price of regular admission from $28, which is an awkward price because
Number.
then you have to have all these ones to give
You got
change.
change, yeah.
So it is going to be $30 this time.
Okay.
But we still have the VIP, and that will still include everything as it included last time. So
And it's
you'll
just
get
$40 for the
$40.
VIP. So
You get
$10 more you
Mhm.
get. I don't even know why you'd just pay the extra $10 and get wine and dine.
That's
man.
what we're hoping.
Yeah.
That's what we're going for, Mike.
I mean,
you
for
get
$10
it.
more
Right.
just go ahead and get wined and dined.
Right.
Because I guarantee you're going to spend a lot more than $10 to get wined and dined on your own.
Oh, yeah.
Before you go to the show or after you go to the
And so we have foodie sponsor that's going to be doing a different foodie sponsor this time.
deal.
And
I
then
feel like
the wine
John
is
Denver.
donated.
We kind of need a beefy type thing going, you know? 'Cause John Denver, I feel beef is
Oh,
appropriate.
I know. I didn't say Backdraft Barbecue. That was our other sponsor last time. Now that you say beefy,
Yeah.
you know.
Or porky in their case. They do a little both, beefy and porky. Either way, I'll take it.
Right. A shout out to all of those. It was great. And they had their little logo there, and I mentioned them from stage. And, you know, like Bewitched is a new restaurant.
If you haven't been
so
there and
that's-
tried their
it's
sandwiches
really
and
good.
stuff, really good. Yeah.
Yeah, Carrie does a great job.
Mhm.
And she helped out where I work for a luncheon the other day, and it was more than enough food.
Yeah.
And
The
it was
drink
great.
sandwiches, she's got, she puts a unique spin on a lot of things that you
Yeah.
like classics and favorites. She puts unique spins on them. So
Love
give
the
'em a try.
names.
Yeah.
You know, because it's Bewitches, so you can have the Glenda.
Yeah.
Or you can have
You got famous
the Wicked Witch, or you
witches.
can have the Basic Witch, or you can have,
Sand witch.
I don't even think I saw that one on hers.
I'll take
But-
sand.
But yeah, the Kiwanis Club is for, like you said, the all-inclusive park.
Yeah.
All-inclusive means we have to that any child can come
Absolutely.
with any disability or not a disability.
It's a
with
regular
focus on autism.
It's a regular park that regular
Yes.
kids can play in.
Mhm.
However, it's got an added element for kids that are on the spectrum or with special needs.
Mhm.
It has features and aspects that will be more fun for them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what this park. So regardless if your kid's on the spectrum or not on the spectrum or whatever,
They can all play
they can
together.
go to the park and have a good time. That's
Right.
what that park's about.
And we're partnering with the Autism Society, I think they're called. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, but so in Albuquerque, and also your city, I almost said town, your city has put in for more monies
Yes.
from the state because, yes, we got a good chunk of change last time, but because of COVID, as we all know with inflation, everything has really gone up.
Yes.
So we're asking for the money so that we could get what we could have gotten when we first got the money.
Sure.
So, and I shouldn't say we're asking. The city is asking for that.
Sure.
So we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure if they're doing it this session or if they've been too busy redistricting.
Well, this is a 30-day, so usually that's a lot of budgetary, and there's not a lot of time for. So I don't know. It could go either way with
Yeah.
this one. Yeah.
So I'm not sure if it's this time or the next time, but anyway, I know that the city is putting in for that. So thank you to Roswell for doing that for Kiwanis. And then, of course, like you said, Roswell Community Little Theater.
Mm-hmm.
They really did real well last year with the talent competition.
Mhm.
So that's why they brought it back.
Yeah.
And they had sponsors for that as well.
Yeah.
I heard that it went very well. I saw the Mother Goose.
Yes.
Mother Goose has been eaten by werewolves, or
Yeah.
werewolves eating Mother Goose or
Yeah,
something.
they had fun.
And
That was a- that
we
was a
came on
great
a
play.
Sunday afternoon. It was really good.
Yeah. That was the perfect play to bring to people that complain about live theater, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. Like
Oh,
people
yeah.
are like, oh, I don't want to the
So
musical.
boring.
Go to that, and it'll change your opinion.
And it really was for what we loved about it was that the kids wouldn't have gotten the adult jokes, but they could see some of their favorite
Yeah.
fairy tale characters come to life.
I
So
kept
they
comparing
were
it-
enthralled, you know?
I kept comparing it to Shrek humor.
Mhm.
Like, adults will get it, but there's some that are a little over kids' head, but it's still family friendly. It's just kind
And of course, I liked it was almost an inside joke for those of us that have worked in nonprofit, because if you say it's for the kids, you always get whatever it is you're asking for. Because when you turn 18, you don't need anything anymore, I guess. Right. But that was an ongoing joke within that script was, well, it's for the kids, and I thought that was great.
I can appreciate that.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
And if you don't work in nonprofit, you probably wouldn't understand that. But it just is funny. I'm going to break your whole set.
Oh, those things get all kinds of punishment.
Well, I was a stunt person, so
And to be honest, the one-armed Sonny is actually no-armed. They surgically repaired that one arm on him there. So, yeah. And the other arm just lost to wherever it's gone. So. But, yeah, this is going to be a fun show. It's John Denver. John Denver, I mean, he crosses genres and things. I mean, I don't care.
He's not quite folk. He's not quite country.
Yeah.
He's not soft rock, but he's kind of all those things.
He's that little rock, that little Donnie Marie, little bit of country, little bit of rock and roll, a little bit of folk, little bit. It's just Americana is really. I mean, if you put
I asked
down
my 36-year-old niece if she knew who Donny Osmond was, and she said no.
No, well.
And then my brother said when she was real little, Beatles? Who would name a band after a bug? That's stupid. And we're like, oh my gosh, do you know who that is? Iconic, the Beatles.
I watched one of those, those videos on YouTube of like kids being exposed to like the Beatles and things for the first time and all that. Well, there's one video out there, this one of those where kids watching like a video. It's a Kanye West song that they use Beatles stuff in it and talking about the Beatles and even the video, and the kids like going, man, this is pretty good. I don't know who these Beatles are, but Kanye's going to blow them up. And I'm like, I was like, oh, that's good. Kanye's going to make them famous, huh? Okay.
Don't tell Paul McCartney that.
But yeah, I love seeing those videos and stuff. But yeah, that John Denver's kind of that type of artist, crosses genres. So I think if you're a music fan, young, old, you're going to be a part of it. You want to go check out the John Denver show. It's kind of, like we were talking about the Simon and Garfunkel, they're kind of like they begat so much, like, you know what I mean? John Denver's in the same way, but almost more mainstream even, if that makes sense.
Oh,
like Simon and Garfunkel, it's a little more niche than what, like John Denver, I mean, it's
crosses more.
Certain names you could just throw out, like Elvis. And John Denver's one of those people. It's just like everybody knows John Denver.
And I might be doing some more research on exactly his history here in Roswell, hoping to get the word out.
Yeah.
Going to go to, I know you're close to the Historical Society so I want to go over there and say, okay, tell me more about it. Get the buzz going about, hey, he lived on this street.
Sure.
This is what he was.
I would even give a talk to the Walker Aviation Museum folks
that's
over at
true.
there and maybe get some military.
Well, I
history
have
out
a
of
connection. Robert Sherman, who is the
he's the man who knows.
He is the dude.
Yes.
So I can go to him. He's a Kiwanian as well.
Yeah.
So.
And matter of fact, I think he's the one who has a connection with John. Like, I don't know if he knew the family or something. I think it was him telling me something about like when his dad was there at the base and all of that.
Well, I'll have to.
I think
pick
there's
his
some
brain when
or
I
like
see
he
him
was
next.
around the same time. I mean, there's
some connection.
Yeah, there's something going. I don't know the whole story.
And I had no idea John Denver was from Roswell.
Yeah.
When I moved to this area at all.
Yeah.
It wasn't until like the last year or so that I got the connection.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. He's I learned Demi Moore when I got here. That was the one
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
one.
Demi Moore's originally from Roswell. I don't think she's very proud or claims the fact, but she's actually from Roswell. She grew up here in Roswell. So her and John Denver are probably Roswell's most famous alum. There's a couple others, but those are the two big ones. So
2 biggies.
Yeah.
So
and I don't think you're
concert
going to see Demi Moore coming back.
I know. I don't know. Can we do a tribute to Demi Moore?
Although I haven't seen much Demi Moore doing recently. I mean,
no.
It sounds like she's got time in her hands now.
Well, she could, now that Ashton Kutcher booted and remarried. Who knows? Or maybe Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, yeah, she has quite the stable there.
I do like their daughter is doing a lot of in fashion and different things. I really enjoy her. So
yeah.
But this concert's a little different. The last concert, they got to actually meet Simon and Garfunkel and had stories about them, their personal stories and conversation, or people that were like this song was written about me, and it's not true. I can't remember which one it was. But I found that really interesting. And they sounded just like them, even though they were husband and wife.
Sure.
So that was
male-female,
unique.
which is, yeah.
And this gentleman, like I said, he has the slide presentation and videos that are going the whole time that he's on stage. And so it's just one person instead of two, but we bring a different medium in now. Now we're doing multimedia things.
So really the performance is not only a celebration of John Denver's music, but his life.
Of his life, yes, exactly.
Awesome.
And that's he calls it something specific. And I would, when you get on the website, on his website you will see he doesn't say tribute. He does say tribute, but it's a
little deeper than that.
Yeah, and it'll describe it a little bit better than that. And I probably should have used that on my ads, but
the good news is you can get tickets for the show right now. That's why we were talking about the Christmas part. If you got a John Denver fan in your family or friends, I'm pretty sure you're going to be a hit with a Christmas gift of getting him 2 tickets to see Ted Vigil here. Again, the show is February 19th. You have an option of a 2 p.m. matinee or a 7 p.m. showing. For the VIP, do you get the dinner both, or is it one for?
Well, it's not a dinner. It's just
food.
Food.
Yeah.
Finger food. Yes. So you can get a VIP at either time, 2 or 7.
Okay.
Obviously, at 2, there is more space if we're going to go on history of one show.
Sure.
We had VIPs and the room was filled, but it was, and then it was really filled for the second one. And we keep the VIP room open at intermission as well.
So they want to pop in.
If you want to pop in for another glass of wine or grab some more finger food, you can do that.
Nice.
You can get tickets at Roswell Community Little Theater at their website. It's already set up, ready to go. You can choose the seats that you want.
RoswellTheater.org is the website there.
Yes.
And you spell theater like live theater, Theatre.
And thank you for knowing that, because that drives me crazy. Not showing a movie is not ER. It's Old English.
Yes.
But yeah, you can go on, or if you are old school, you can call 575-513-8119. That is me, and I will sell you a ticket.
Perfect.
That way.
Excellent.
And I would say that's how we did about 85% of the last show, was they called me. If you don't get me, if you call, please leave your name and number and that you're calling for tickets. I will call you right back.
I got a funny feeling this is going to be a hot ticket.
Yeah, I'm hoping. We're hoping.
So my humble suggestion to everyone is, now the tickets are available right now.
Mm-hmm.
The show's 2 months away. No one's thinking about it. Get your tickets now, because in about a month from now, everyone and their uncle is going to be thinking to try to get tickets to this thing.
Well, it's right after Valentine's Day, so you could do that. And you're going to be scrambling for a gift for that.
Yeah.
We're out of the holiday. We're still in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
February is usually the coldest.
Yeah.
So you're like, ugh, there's nothing to look forward to. Right?
Yeah.
It's winter, so now you have something to look forward to in February.
So get the early bird and get the tickets now. Get them early. That way you got them. You don't. And when everyone's trying to scramble to get a last minute ticket here, February 2nd or February 5th, you're gonna be like, I got mine back in December. I'm good to go.
And we were almost sold out. I think we had 2 tickets left in VIP for the night show.
Okay.
For the last concert, so. I know that that's a good seller and people really enjoy it. Just don't wait till the last minute this time. We can only accommodate so many people in the VIP room.
Mm-hmm.
We could make more rows VIP, but we're trying to make it a special dealio.
And the Community Little Theater, it's a great theater for seeing anything, but it's a limited seating venue. I mean, there's about 200. I don't even know.
198, I think is what you told me.
198 officially. So that's not a lot of seating. So get tickets early. I'd hate for you to be like excited about this and then miss that opportunity because they were sold out. And to be honest, I don't know why anybody's getting a $30 ticket. Shell out the $10. Get the VIP experience. It's $10 more.
Right.
It's not much, and you're getting more than $10 worth of value out of that. And at the same time, you're helping both great organizations with a little bit more money. So.
And if you're a company and you want tickets for your company, we do that as well. You could get a sponsorship, and then you'd get guaranteed tickets. And you'll be on the banner, a mention from stage when I'm on with you. You get a mention on here.
Yeah.
So you can take it off of your advertising budget if you do the sponsorship. Or you don't want to sponsor and you just want to donate. That's a whole nother thing. Then that can come off your taxes.
Sure.
So.
Yeah. And if you want to try to get a last minute tax write off here before the end of the year kind of thing. For folks that are interested in sponsoring, is it best to call you direct probably?
Yes,
Okay.
and call the number that I gave, and it will be on our advertising that you see out there. Right now, we're only on Facebook, but we'll be other places as well. It is 575-513-8119. Give me a call. I have one sponsor already that we're talking to, and I believe they're going to come through. So we can have more than one sponsor. I'm not asking anybody to pick up the entire cost.
Sure.
But if we all picked up a little bit, then these two groups would actually
Well, I imagine
make
you could
more
do
money in the end.
levels of sponsorship.
Mhm.
You X amount here, get you,
Right.
X amount of tickets or whatever, that
Mhm.
kind of thing, and or passes or whatever. And but yeah, now if you're like, we had a big windfall here, I'm going to cover this whole job, or what's that check going to cost me? Then we'll be happy to take that.
Exactly. I have no problem with that either. Then I don't have to beg anywhere else.
There you go. I love those kind of folks too. But she'll even figure a way to put your name in lights somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Might be on my ugly sweater.
Hey.
But hey, it will be in lights. And I also would like to thank Roswell Community Little Theater. I mean, they took a big chance on the first concert.
Mhm.
As far as I know, they hadn't done anything like this for years. If they've done it in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And thank all of our silent auction people that donated.
Yeah.
They did. I turned them on to a wine pull, and they made money that way.
Awesome.
So there was a lot going on, and we were really thrilled with everything and how it turned out.
Yeah.
And not having, again, I'll go back to not having any sponsorship. You have to sell so many tickets. It was such and such price.
Sure. It was a little hair raising and nerve wracking for the planners involved here.
Yes, for my production company, because I'm like, we can do this. Oh, what if we can't do this? But yeah, we'll be in the newspaper. Look on Facebook under Best Shots Productions. I'm bouncing on certain people's pages that I know.
Yeah.
And like I have 15 tickets sold, as in they found out the date, called me and said, we know you don't have it up and running yet, but we want X amount of tickets at VIP or regular.
Okay.
And they never asked me the cost. Didn't
matter. They just want to go.
In fact, I had one gal down in Artesia. I saw her at a local coffee place, and she was at a table of all gals, and she was like, "Oh, you guys missed it. We went to see Simon and Garfunkel. Now they're doing a gals' day, and they're trying to figure out how many of them are coming.
Oh, cool.
Like,
So
we
they're gonna
know
make
there's
a
5 so far.
Ladies' night for them, or ladies' afternoon.
Right.
Yeah, cool.
So that's really cool. And they're like, "Can we get tickets now? Take my number." And I'm like, "We haven't even we haven't put this out yet. Like, no one knows."
Hold on to that enthusiasm. We're going to need it here in a couple of weeks.
Right. So I know that there is enthusiasm, like you said, out there, and that it is going to be a hot ticket eventually. But like you said, get it now.
Yeah.
Look on Best Shots Productions Facebook page. We will be offering between Christmas and New Year's some type of discount.
Oh, cool.
But it will only be for those 5 days.
Small
That's
window.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I really
It is
think
a
that we're
fundraiser
going to
at the end of the day.
Right.
That we're trying to raise money for 2 great organizations.
Right.
Kiwanis, for folks, I know this is all going to the all-inclusive park here, but as an organization, they kind of focus on children and in the schools with education stuff and all kinds of stuff. So you're contributing to that.
Right.
And then obviously the Community Little Theater, they have a storied history here of bringing great
They have
entertainment.
kids programming there. You can have your talent and do
there a lot too.
the talent thing. You can audition for their shows.
Absolutely.
And I'm not going to harp on. I mean, I had to know all this to write grants, but how much the arts really does make you a better decision maker.
Absolutely.
A better person for your community. You think outside the box, and that doesn't mean you're in it.
Mm-hmm.
Just those that attend, especially when we start them as children, really get that going, those juices going. And that's who you want to be your next leaders. You don't want the same old and in the box. You want outside, especially in this day and age.
And kids don't excel in certain, they may not grasp sitting in a classroom taking notes, but when you present it in a theater way or something like that, those messages, the same messages they're teaching in school kind of rub off a little bit better.
So we had Malia. And I'm sure that you know her. She's a community service person here, young girl, 14 years old. And she came to Simon and Garfunkel. She couldn't say Garfunkel. She practiced. And first it was Swearingen. Then she got that down. And she'd never heard of Simon and Garfunkel. But I wasn't sure. It was right after surgery for me. So I wasn't sure if I'd be able to be able to go on stage and introduce them. And I was able to go up and say my announcements, but I promised she'd introduce them. So at 14, she got up on that stage in front of the microphone and spoke eloquently.
Awesome.
And that's the thing that kids now are not getting. I feel like they're afraid to stand up and and talk in front of people.
Sure.
So this is a great way for them to see their peers up there doing the same thing. So she'll be at this concert as well.
Especially in an age where a lot of younger folks communicate more digitally than face to face. So there it's more intimidating for them because they don't practice it on a regular basis here. And so now you, like you said, now you got kids that are instilling confidence and sometimes that's what a child needs, is to do something that scared them, overcome it, instills the confidence, and then that spreads out into other facets of their life too. That's how you develop personalities.
And to give a shout out to her, she has been great with Kiwanis. She is an honorary member because we don't have an age group for her to be in. And so she just 2 weeks ago when the Static Light Parade was, she was up in Albuquerque and she won the Ultimate Miss Enchanted.
Oh, nice.
So she won 5 crowns and won the talent competition.
She's really taking off and running with this stuff. Good for her.
Yeah, and she's volunteering every day. She's already hit her 400 hours and she's going for 800 hours before the end of the year.
That's what I like about some of those kind of like pageant-like things is because they really do a great job of raising awareness for community needs and community charities and things like that because I know a lot of people talk about the swimsuits and all that recognition, but at the end of the day, those are all community service-minded people that they're trying to.
Didn't the VFW just hand out awards? Was it the VFW here?
American Legion.
American Legion, and she got a volunteer award from them.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and it's not just lip service that hey, I'm going to volunteer. She actually gets in there and volunteers.
Yeah,
so shout out to her. Thank you so much. The Kiwanis love her as part of our group, and she will be there this evening. I haven't asked her if she knows John Denver yet. We'll find out. She now knows Simon and Garfunkel, so we're going to get her up there somehow.
If she doesn't, she's about to learn a whole lot, I think. So, but folks, again, mark it on your calendars. February 19th, it's a Saturday. 2 shows, a 2 p.m. show and a 7 p.m. show. Both will take place at the Roswell Community Little Theater. Tickets are available right now, right this second. You can go online and order them at roswelltheater.org. Make sure you spell theater Theatre, or just Google if you don't know how to spell that. You can also call Lori here directly at 575-513-8119. Again, that's 575-513-8119. Tickets are $30 for regular seating. If you want the VIP experience for just $10 more, that gets you foods and drink and the VIP lounge.
You get to meet the act prior.
You get to meet the act prior.
So you'll get to meet him before he goes on stage.
For $10 more, you get to be treated like a king and queen, as opposed to not paying $10 and just sitting there watching the show. So pay $10, you get wine and finger foods and all kind of stuff. Why not? Why not do it? Shell out the $10 and get that done. And again, all the proceeds from this concert to benefit the Kiwanis for the all-inclusive park and the Roswell Community Little Theater to help replace that roof at the building there. So good deal. Well, Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
I'll talk to you next week. But
I think that's funny. Today's your last day, and then the day you come back, you get to see me again.
Yeah, that's right. First day back. So I'm bookending with Lori here.
There are worse things you could do.
It could be Gene or Thomas. I have to book him.
Don't tell Gene that.
That's right. He gets it. Well, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you
Merry
so
Christmas
much.
to you and your family, and we'll see you here in a week.
That's right. I can't believe it's already going to be Christmas and New Year's.
I know. It's all flying by.
Everyone enjoy. God bless.
Take care.
For your Pecos Valley News Update, I'm Jared Sorello. An update to a missing persons case we brought you first yesterday. Roswell police now confirm the girl, 15-year-old Natalia Chavez Gonzalez, has been found and she is safe. The girl was reportedly found at a residence in Chavez County, west of Roswell, on Monday evening. She had been reported as a missing and endangered runaway on Saturday. New Mexico's governor signed a nearly $500 million spending bill Tuesday that draws on federal pandemic relief funding to expand high-speed internet access, bolster roadways, upgrade state parks, expand nursing training programs, and help teachers pay off their student debt amid a shortage of educators. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham, a Democrat, approved all proposed spending in the bill and vetoed a requirement that local governments contribute to related affordable housing projects. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello reporting.
If you want people to think that you're with the times, start mentioning Web 3.0. Post it on your social media profile and throw it around in conversation like you invented it. I'm Kim Commando, brought to you by SimpliSafe. Right now, my listeners can get 40% off SimpliSafe's award-winning home security. Learn more at simplysafekim.com. Back in the 1990s, we used Web 1.0. America Online, Prodigy, and CompuServe, along with a few sites, helped us get online. The 2000s saw ways ordinary people could create the likes of Amazon, Google, to Priceline and make serious money. But we as consumers lost all control of our privacy. We willingly gave it up for convenience. With Web 3.0, we're getting it back, as we have one account where what we do is logged in the blockchain. And get this, we don't give away our data for free anymore. A family of 4 could make $24,000 a year selling their data. Get breaking tech news 24/7 at Commando.com. Dell Technologies' end-of-the-year sale is the perfect time to upgrade tech. Save big on the latest computers featuring Windows 11 Pro that can easily automate workflows. Don't forget to shop servers, storage, and top brand electronics with savings up to 45% with free shipping. Call a Dell Technologies advisor to help you transform your digital workspaces with comprehensive end-to-end solutions. Find the right tech for your business needs at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Dell Technologies' end-of-year sale is the perfect time to upgrade tech. Save big on the latest computers featuring Windows 11 Pro that easily automate workflows. Don't forget to shop servers, storage, and top-brand electronics with savings up to 45% and all with free shipping. Call a Dell Technologies advisor to help you transform your digital workspaces with comprehensive end-to-end solutions. Find the right tech for your business needs at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Welcome to DSI, New Mexico's business technology leader. We help you digitally transform your business to do more, faster, and more secure. Selecting DSI gives you access to the world's best technologies, award-winning local technicians, and our commitment to the New Mexico communities we serve. One local source for all your technology products, services, and the personalized support you can only get from DSI.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. Well, it was the Roswell Coyotes in action yesterday at the Clovis Holiday Tournament. This is boys basketball, and Roswell continues to struggle a little bit, losing to the Oregon Mountain Knights, formerly known as the Oñate Black Knights a few years ago. Oregon Mountain wins that game 62-55. Roswell is now 3-7 on the season, but they'll be back in action today at the same tournament. Hey, we want to wish congratulations to a couple of Goddard Rockets girls soccer players as they were selected second team All-State in Class 4A. Aylin Fierro, she was picked as the second team forward, and Ambrosia Tiasiatu, she was picked second team as a midfielder from the Rockets. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
This is Tim Jennings, your former state senator. I'd like to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and tell you why I've decided to run for mayor of Roswell. I believe Roswell can and should be doing a lot better. But right now, we just don't have the leadership for our city's needs. Rather than the current mayor's $35 million voter-rejected boondoggle to build a public safety complex, I'll get back to the basics and fighting crime by putting more cops on our streets. I'll cut the fees the city has raised on everything from the adult center to the zoo, even at the Veterans Cemetery. As your mayor, I'll bring jobs to our city and make sure that road and infrastructure projects are completed quickly. Again, this is Tim Jennings running for mayor of Roswell. I hope you and your family have a blessed Christmas season. I humbly ask for your vote for mayor of Roswell this coming March 1st. Paid for by Tim Jennings for mayor.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is now available to you thanks to Smart Home Wi-Fi with Plateau. Get fiber-to-home technology 100 times faster than the average household internet speed. Plateau has multiple plans to fit your family. With Fast, get true 100 megs per second upload and download speed. With Faster, get true 500 meg. And with fastest, get 16 gigs of download and upload speeds. Learn more at plateaufiber.com. Get the speed you need with Plateau. Tried, true, trusted.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Did you know you share your birthday with at least 9 million other people in the world? Your birthday isn't feeling so special now, is it? Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning, 1 minute away from 8 o'clock. Coming up next hour, going to be replaying the interview with Miss Amy McVeigh-Tejas and Jason Garcia from the Historical Society for Southeastern New Mexico. Mike had a good chat with them. We'll be playing that coming up here in just a few minutes. Coming up next hour on A Morning Without Mike Winters on 106.5. Stay tuned.
Your home for Coast to Coast AM in Roswell, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Turns out the economy performed a bit better than expected in the third quarter, expanding at a 2.3% rate July through September.
The Commerce Department says the nation's total output of goods and services was higher than last month's estimate of 2.1% growth. But prospects for a solid rebound going forward are being clouded by the rapid spread of the latest variant of the coronavirus. The third quarter growth primarily came from stronger consumer spending than previously thought and a stronger performance by businesses in rebuilding their inventory.
As correspondent Jeremy House, the Fed's launching a formal safety investigation into a feature in Tesla vehicles that allows people to play video games on a center touchscreen while the vehicles are moving. Americans are traveling for Christmas, but they're going with concerns about the spread of the fast-moving, albeit mild, coronavirus Omicron variant. And people are standing in very long testing lines, or they're trying to get an at-home test kit. President Biden unveiling his plan for meeting the challenge.
I want this to be over.
Biden at the White House yesterday echoing the words so many feel. But from New York to L.A., it's a similar scene. People like Miriam Van Horn waiting in long lines to get tested.
It definitely feels like that first wave of the pandemic with that anxiety, all these long lines.
The president's plan won't kick in until January, but includes 500 million free rapid home testing kits available through a government website. Federal testing sites, an increase in vaccination and boosting efforts, and support for hospitals under strain are also part of his plan. I'm Julie Walker.
Cereal lovers rejoice. Striking Kellogg's workers ratifying a new contract. 1,400 Kellogg's employees went on strike in early October. The company says they'll be back at work on Monday. Wall Street, the Dow's up 35 points. NASDAQ ahead 36. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Your pets have the same energy they used to? Do they have problems with itching, scratching, a dull coat, or goopy ears? Then your pets need Dinovite.
DINOVITE.com.
For over 20 years, pet owners have trusted Dinovite to supplement their pet's diet.
We started Dinovite, and in our first box, we noticed a difference.
Dinovite is an all-natural daily supplement made from whole foods that help support your pet's immune system, digestion, skin, and coat.
Within 3 weeks, he's not scratching and itching, and he's an all-around happier dog.
Today's commercial pet foods are processed at high temperatures, which bakes out all the essential goodness. These processed foods can lack the essential vitamins, enzymes, and probiotics that contribute to overall good health. Adding a scoop of Dinovite to your pet's food bowl is the answer.
If you love your pets as much as I do, you'll want to do what's best for them to live long, healthy, happy lives.
I have 2 cats and 2 dogs. All 4 of them are on the Dinovite.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
DINOVITE.com.
China's communist rulers pressing a crackdown on celebrities who evade taxes. BBC's Celia Hatton in Beijing.
The local authorities are urging high-profile personalities to reveal all of their earnings, just days after the southern city of Hangzhou issued a tax penalty against China's self-declared queen of live streaming, Weiya. She was fined $210 million. The move to target high-earning public figures is the latest action under the Chinese President Xi Jinping's campaign to promote common prosperity. Critics of Mr. Xi's plan contend it's boosting the supremacy of the Communist Party by systematically stifling other prominent voices.
A landslide at a remote jade mine in northern Myanmar has left 1 person dead, 70 others missing. They've launched a search and rescue operation at the scene of that landslide. News and analysis at townhall.com. It was one of the highest-profile murder cases of the 90s, and today, a quarter century later, it remains an unsolved mystery.
25 years after John Benet Ramsey was killed, police say they're looking at genetic DNA testing. The 6-year-old was found dead in her family's Boulder home December 26, 1996. Her death ruled a homicide. The Boulder PD says it is actively reviewing genetic DNA testing processes to see if those can be applied to this case moving forward. Jason Walker reporting.
Jury deliberations have resumed in the manslaughter trial of former suburban Minneapolis police officer Kim Potter, charged with manslaughter in the fatal shooting of motorist Nate Wright. Shot as he tried to flee police, Potter says she meant to hit Wright with a taser, but mistakenly pulled her service revolver instead. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. And welcome to our number 2.
The Deuce.
Of a morning without Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Am I not camera center?
Oh, yeah.
I talking to the microphone, homie.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's good.
Can't you see that space on that left side?
That's the part in my hair, dude. There's nothing I can do about that.
Not you.
That's my
Not
bald
you.
spot,
I'm
man.
saying like that
Oh, yeah.
stuff right over there.
Yeah, you're right. Ooh, and we are kind of featuring the poinsettia quite nicely. I like that.
No, it's pretty.
Yeah, you've adjusted the camera angle to take in the poinsettia. A man about the angle. I can appreciate the attention to detail. I think that's what it is. I think you're up a little hot on mic 3. That's why I'm so tinny.
Woo.
Yeah, figured it out on the fly. 7 minutes after 8 o'clock on this Wednesday morning. Yes, Mixmaster Mike Winters off on his journey to, I was going to say parts unknown, but we know exactly where he's going. He's going off to the eastmost coast, heading over to Maryland. Probably enjoy himself some crab.
Oh, yeah. He talked to me all about it.
Yeah?
He's a crab
Is he
man.
going to a crab crack?
Probably.
Yeah, of course he is. Yeah, that's how you do the eastern seaboard Christmas. Go out there and find yourself a nice place to crack yourself some crabs. Well, good on him, though. The man definitely deserves the time off. He has earned every single second of that time. And, I also got to say a humongous thank you, pulling back the curtain a bit, to our fearless leader, Mr. Gene, which, by the way, Gene is short for genius. I don't know if y'all knew that, Gene Dow. If we could...
thought it was Genie.
If we could brown nose to the boss for a second. He graciously gave us a really awesome gift card to our friends over at Albertsons Market, which I'm really, really excited to utilize some of that for an upcoming Friday. Because I've actually got an interesting Christmas situation that's presented itself. Mm-hmm. Whereas last year I got to do the full, Christmas thing with the kids. The setup, the note to Santa, cookies and milk, and all that. And then the stockings the next morning, and then we, loaded up the presents. And they went over to Mom's house and they opened them at Mom's house. So this year, well, the kids are spending Christmas actually at Mom's house, with Mom and Gary and the family. So they're gonna have all their presents there. I'm gonna make sure everything gets dropped off. But as a result, I've worked into a Christmas Eve to Christmas Day situation where we are kid free. myself and the girlfriend. So I think that I'm going to utilize the Christmas bonus for a really cool date night. I've got some kind of cool ideas. I've been looking up some recipes. I'm going to try some stuff.
Okay.
I'm kind of excited about that.
Well, don't spoil it.
I'm not going to spoil it. But
they may be listening.
She doesn't listen to the station. The interesting thing is, she might be. The interesting thing is, though, and I was pointing this out to Tanner a few minutes ago, if you wait long enough to not just decorate for Christmas, but actually buy decorations for Christmas, you're going to find that stores put up their Valentine's Day stuff really early. Like it's in a lot of stores already up. There's a whole lot of hearts.
I don't know why they don't wait till like the last day.
Well, especially here's the thing.
I think they get the trends. They know.
It makes sense on a lot of other holidays, and I know there's preservatives and stuff, but if you buy a heart-shaped box of chocolates now for a February 14th holiday, it's probably not going to taste super fresh by the time you give it to them. Not to mention the elements that it's going to be exposed to. I feel like it's probably a lot safer sitting on that shelf for a while. But that having been said, how long has that been sitting in a box somewhere off a factory floor?
Well, I'm saying they shouldn't be making it until about January anyway.
Yeah.
That's what I would
agree.
say.
I would agree
to
that
keep the freshness of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd wait.
Yeah, and it's like the thing that makes me laugh is they're already putting out flower displays. Like those will have died.
They will
long since by February. If anything, you need to wait to get your flowers, which has always been a racket for me with Valentine's Day, because you want them at the peak of their freshness, but things are much more expensive closer to the holiday.
I think they just want you to spend more money before you spend money.
That's true. Am I
go be sweet on your significant others?
Yeah.
Before Valentine's Day.
Do it every day.
Just do it.
My lady friend's birthday is actually on Groundhog Day. So, yeah. I didn't know she was a groundhog. She had never actually shared that with me in the opening first couple of days.
She's going to anamorph.
Yeah. That is her final form. But yeah, so we'll be celebrating, 12 days before Valentine's Day anyways.
Perfect.
Yeah, so maybe I'll be broke by Valentine's Day. And that's the other thing. Traditionally, and it works fine for our paydays, but traditionally, paydays fall on the 1st and 15th.
Yeah.
Like most places. Putting your holiday on the 14th, it feels like intentional. Like it feels like you're intentional, like, right before payday, make it sting just a little more. Like all these, like every dollar I'm spending on you is that much more meaningful because I'm not going to have more of it until tomorrow.
It's an investment.
Exactly. I hope you appreciate how much I'm investing in our relationship. That's all I'm saying. 12 minutes after 8 o'clock. We actually have to get going. This interview is even longer than the last hour. Coming up here in just a few minutes, Mike sat down on Monday and chatted with Miss Amy McVeigh-Tejas and Jason Garcia from the Historical Society for Southeastern New Mexico, chatting all about upcoming events and whatnot, and also some last-minute gift ideas you might be able to pick up over at the Historical Society and the Archive Center. So we'll get into that interview coming up here in just a few minutes. But right now, let's get you up to date on that weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Aside from some gusty wind over the next few days, things look good all the way through the Christmas weekend. Low to mid-70s and sunny today. Overnight, a few clouds with upper 30s, and then we'll be in the mid to upper 70s on Thursday, and it looks fair. Gusty wind coming up on Friday, but mostly sunny and our high in the upper 70s. And then for Christmas, we're expecting sunshine, mid-70s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Did that just enough time to not even give me a second. Thanks, buddy. I'm just being facetious. All right. 41 degrees currently on the outside. Looking at humidity about 20%. Winds kicking out of the south at about 5 miles an hour. Barometer about 30 inches with a dew point of 3 degrees. That's by the way, Fahrenheit. -16 if you're dirty and from the across the pond. You like your degrees in centigrade. Looking at a high of 74 degrees for today. Mostly sunny skies. Winds out of the west 5 to 10 miles an hour. Increasing to between 10 to 15 miles an hour later on in the afternoon. Partly cloudy and a low of around 36 degrees for tonight. Winds out of the southwest 5 miles an hour. Becoming northwest after midnight. For Thursday, mostly sunny. A high of around 74 degrees. Winds out of the northwest 5 to 10. For Thursday, Thursday night, partly cloudy, dropping down to 44 for the overnight low. And then for Friday, that's when the wind is going to be a whipping on Christmas Eve. As Santa begins his journey across the globe, he's going to be fighting some winds here in southeastern New Mexico. Looking at areas of blowing dust after 11 a.m., mostly sunny. High around 79 degrees and breezy with a southwest wind 15 to 25 and gusts up to 35 for your Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve evening, partly cloudy, dropping down to 52. Quite nice on Christmas Day, mostly sunny, 75 and 72 degrees. Room temperature on the outside for your Boxing Day 2021. 14 minutes after 8 o'clock. Going to pause, pay a couple of these bills, and after these, MMA Tejas with the Historical Society for Southeastern New Mexico, alongside Jason Garcia. Mike chatting with them next on a morning without Mike Winters. Stay tuned.
Gear up for 2022 at Big O's year-end sale. Head to Big O for our best deals on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. From December 11th through the 31st, save on Michelin or BF Goodrich at your neighborhood Big O store and get a reward card of up to $120 with paid installation. No resolutions here, just giant deals to get your car ready for the new year. Head to your local Big O and get a reward card of up to $120 when you buy Michelin or BF Goodrich tires with paid installation. But hurry, you only have a few days left to save. Go big at Big O during our incredible year-end sale. December 11th through the 31st. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Not valid with other offers. Disposal fees extra and up to 10% shop fee based on non-discounted regular retail price not to exceed $35 where permitted. Void where prohibited. Additional retailer offer advertised within is independent from the manufacturer's offer. Upgraded installation packages available at additional costs. See store for details.
Times are changing, and today's funerals aren't always the sad and solemn events you might expect. This is Gabriel Casaus from Lagrone Funeral Chapel. Along with hymns and scriptures, today's funeral services are often filled with fish stories, country songs, and a joke or two, golf clubs and hot rods, favorite recipes, and kitchen disasters. At Lagrone Funeral Chapel, we believe a funeral should reflect your loved one's personality, passion, and sense of humor. When you lose a loved one, we're here, because at Lagrone Funeral Chapel and Crematory, we make it personal.
900 South Main, Roswell.
Loveless Healthcare Center is proud to offer pediatric services and is now taking new patients. Loveless offers a full spectrum of pediatric services, including complete well child checkups, immunization, sports physicals, and treatment of illnesses such as the common cold. Know the ones you love most will receive the best pediatric care at Loveless Healthcare Center. To schedule an appointment, call 575-625-3222.
Being in the Army National Guard is about more than just serving your country. It's about being there for your community when your neighbors need you most. The Army National Guard makes college affordable. Serving part-time lets you attend school full-time while you take advantage of education benefits that can help you graduate debt-free. If a civilian career is your goal, serving part-time allows you to work at a full-time job. The skills, qualities, and contacts you'll develop in the Guard can open doors to a great civilian career. Want to serve but worried about being away from friends and family? Part-time service in the Army National Guard allows you to serve close to home. Serving in the Army National Guard lets you have the life you want while you enjoy the many benefits of serving your community and nation. You owe it to yourself to learn more about how the Army National Guard can fit into your life. Visit NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the New Mexico Army National Guard. Aired by the New Mexico Broadcasters Association and this station.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. There are 293 ways to make change for $1. Try all 293 on the guy who keeps borrowing money from you. Here's Mike Winters.
And joining us in studio this morning from the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico, we have board president Jason Garcia and executive director Amy McVeigh-Tejas. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello. How's it going?
How's everybody doing?
It's Happy Monday, right?
Yeah. And it's a holiday week.
It's
a holiday week, so it's not like a regular
Happy Holiday Monday.
Yeah.
So there we go.
It's like a lot of people are off work this week, and the ones that are working, they're kind of doing maybe today's busy.
Right.
But after today, it's out the window.
And I was just behind Bill Williams and Tina a while ago. If you're listening, hello, that was me honking.
Like some crazy person keeps honking.
Mike, they were in such a good conversation. I was like, what are they talking about? I want to go into the car with them. Hi, Tina and Bill.
Well, every time Bill comes in, because he comes in like the third Fridays for his day job, his county manager, and that's usually McDonald's Friday, but he doesn't partake because him and his wife,
they have a tradition where they go out for breakfast every Friday morning. So he goes and has breakfast with his wife.
He's such a gentleman.
And then
Good job.
And
Bill.
then they come here. So he never needs food, but one of these days we'll get him on a Friday. So if Tina, if you ever get in the doghouse with him and need to deny him breakfast one day, make it the third one, and then we'll give him a hash brown or something. We'll feed him for you.
Oh, there you go.
But of course, Tina, she's been a lot. Well, both really, but they've been very big parts of the Historical Society.
Yes.
And when she wasn't running the thing, she's been supporting it and performing with us through Hot Club on the Pecos, their band, which they're almost synonymous with Historical Society.
Sure.
We can't have an event without them now. It's almost like, where's Hot Club?
Mm-hmm.
It's not that kind of event. Well, where's Hot Club? Right.
And I'm glad we're talking about that because that's one of the reasons why we're here. Jason and I just wanted to be on the radio and celebrate this year. Yeah. And what all, it's funny to me how you can see the good and things to the bad and things. I want to say that we have really had a great year. Has it been hard? Yes. Well, sure. I mean, heaven's not on earth. I mean, that's the kind of board we are. We're going to roll up sleeves. As a matter of fact, let's roll them up.
Literally and figuratively.
And we're literally still working. So one of the reasons why we're on here is to tell people like Tina and Bill. Mm-hmm. Tina's been off the Historical Society, but her heart's still in there. Mm-hmm. And I think Bill Williams is one of the greatest historians around. You just have to ask him, and he knows most of the answers.
Yeah.
So thank you to Hot Club on the Pecos.
And I don't know if he's a collector by default, but I know when the county was some of the windows, he was telling me, I think he went and got one of those windows and had a project and everything for it.
Some amazing pieces, some maps and things like that.
Yes,
let's get you close to that mic,
awesome.
Jason. I can hear you there a little bit better.
He is awesome.
Yeah.
He is,
yeah, absolutely. But you're right. We've had a great year at the Historical Society. I also serve on the board for those that don't know. And the last 2 years, world-wise, it stunk. And there's not going to be a person on the planet who will probably agree with us on that statement. But really, we've made lemonade for this last two. We've had, thanks to support, obviously.
We've had a lot of support. We've had our challenges, but, like you said, we have a very hardworking board, and we've worked through those issues, and we've got a good year coming up.
Absolutely. And I ain't going to lie. The board and everything works well because we have great support.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Folks not coming out to the heritage dinners and our various drive-through events and things we've had over the last couple years during COVID here. Without your support in those, we wouldn't be sitting here talking about a Historical Society right now. It just wouldn't happen. Without that going on, we probably would have drowned in that building. Who knows what happens to it? But like you said, we've had a great working board. Amy, is working, burning the candle at both ends, doing this stuff here, getting it going, and because of that and the support that the community's had, we're proud to say that I not only say we've survived, but we've thrived in the 2 years.
I would say so. Yeah, absolutely.
We haven't really kept the status quo. We've kind of gotten creative, thought out of the box, and to be honest, getting a tour today at the Historical Society is probably a better experience than it was before COVID.
I would say so.
Yeah.
It's a step up. Mm-hmm. Now, it doesn't mean we're going to do that forever, but I just got asked that over the weekend.
Yeah.
Why aren't y'all open?
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening, get the word out, share with social media. We are open by appointment. We're doing some of the most detailed, amazing tours you could ever imagine. Mm-hmm. They're customized tours. At times, even John LeMay just shows up, signs books, does all these special things.
I think he's got a bed there in the house. He think he just sleeps in one of the rooms. He don't tell nobody.
We stagger if I'm not there, sleeping over. Okay, John, it's your turn. No, I'm just kidding. But we're doing amazing things, and we encourage people. The house does have some nice decorations. Drive by if you haven't seen outside.
Yeah, it comes in the beautiful lights.
We'll keep the what little bit of, we've got some great decor inside. Give us a call, make an appointment. We'll keep that until the middle of January.
If the holiday season's here, you got family coming in this week.
Get pictures.
If you're looking for things to do with the family, reach out and call. Say, hey, can we set up an appointment over this Christmas break to come by, and we'll make everything happen to try to get that done.
We'll do our very best to make it happen before Christmas, but if not, we're not pulling the decorations down right away. So we'll have them up through the middle of January.
Yeah, so
through the craziness and stuff, wait until after Christmas. We're all good. We'll have it. Yep.
But definitely
and do a lot of Christmas shopping. We still have books. We have herd prints.
And the great news is we're local.
So you can order it on the
local.
website and everything. You're like, dude, I got to put this book under the tree for Saturday. How can you help me out here?
Yes.
And we'll make that happen.
And I will say, do us a favor if you are local and want to do shopping. Preferably, do not do it online. Give me a call. Call my cell phone, 575-915-4471.
Sure.
We can get those autographs still.
Yeah.
We can even gift wrap. That's no problem. But give us a call today at the latest tomorrow to get those things done. The office is going to be closed. So give us a call today.
Yeah, basically, if you go on to the Roswell history.org website there, and you kind of look at the books and the Peter Hurd prints and things,
That's right.
and you're like, ooh, that's the one I want to get. Call us.
Give us a call.
Call. Don't try to order online at this point because it goes to that way. Call up or email historydirector@outlook.com. Any of these. We'll get to her to Amy quick here, and then you could say, "Hey, I saw John's book on Billy the Kid. I like it. The title, or hey, I saw a Peter Hurd print. You still got some of those? Yes, we do. Come on, if it's online there, we got it, and we'll make arrangements to get it. And like you said, if it's you want Donna or John or some of our other, we can make those autograph happen for those books. Just out of curiosity, do any of Elvis's books that we have are selling, are any of those available for autographs? Do we have any left of those? Or are they pretty much gone? Okay.
We do.
So if you'd like to make that request.
Some of the treasures are very limited. I think we're very, very limited on Treasures 1.
Okay.
But we even have some autographed copies of Treasures 3.
Okay.
I didn't even realize that.
Oh, wow.
And John and I were coming across things. And how amazing is he? I think he went through and signed some boxes.
Oh,
and
good.
that's just amazing.
So
I don't know how many left.
When they're gone, they're gone.
There are.
And that's, so obviously there's probably a little bit more of a covetousness to that because it's very limited edition right now on those. But if that makes a great Christmas gift here. If you have a history buff or a book aficionado or just a local buff, he loves local stuff. And these books all make great. Elvis's books, John's books, Donna's books, any of the local books, they really read very just well story. They're telling stories. They're telling stories that just so happen to be true and happened here. But that's if you love that kind of stuff, and I'm thinking, pick up one, even if you're like love reading, but you're not maybe a history
careful,
buff.
Though. You pick up one, you're going to go back for more. That's what happens to me.
I was trying not to tell that's what's going to happen, but that's exactly what's going to happen. Just grab one.
Yeah.
That kind of maybe you're into Billy the Kid or Pack Area, then look at some of John's stuff. Maybe you're want to know about women of South Eden, go pick up some of Donna's books
they're
here,
amazing.
and then Elvis, who covers the gamut here, obviously. But pick up one of these books and and I think you're going to be like, oh man, and then that's going to beget the next one. Is what's going to happen? Is you're going to, like Jason was saying, you're going to pick that one up and go through. I'm like, oh dang, that was done. Now what do I got to do?
Yeah, there's some great ones in there, and I go in there, and every time it's a hard choice. I can't get them all.
And that's the thing. There's so many wonderful stories here too, and then of course, especially with John and Donna, and then they're authors. They write books. They have books that also don't necessarily fit in the historical genre that we promote, but they still have their other passions and things. John, off the top of my head's got. If you're a Godzilla aficionado, he's got a whole subgenre.
That's right, because we only
stuff.
have, I think, about 12 of John's. So if you say, oh, I've already purchased all the books that the Historical Society has, give us a call. We'll link you in with John, because he's up to 30 books, I know.
He just said he was at 30.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And
a lot of books.
I think we only have about half of them.
But there's
so we can't keep up with them either.
But even all of them have a historical, because like when he's talking about like Godzilla and stuff, it's really the history of and just the whole the lore of it, the Japanese side of it, the American side of it. He kind of does a deep dive in all that stuff. So it's very interesting stuff.
While I'm thinking about it, we're running book promotions. If you purchase any book, you're going to get a fun Christmas treat.
Oh, special.
That's going to go through Christmas. It's not happening because you're going to get about a $10 gift included in that. So call us today for that.
Are you still handing out biscuit cheetahs?
Oh, man.
You know what? I incidentally have a couple.
My
so
stash is gone. I'm just saying.
So
they don't last. That's for sure.
Hey, listen, Mike. If you'd like to purchase a book, we'll be happy to throw in a bag of biscuititos. Thank you so much.
Something falls off the truck. Let me know. That's all I'm saying.
I think that little bag was just big enough to make it through the meeting.
Right?
That's so funny.
It's the drug dealer's way to do it. Here's a little taste. And then they come in, it's like, hey, you got any more of them
biscuit Cheetahs. You start there's people like knocking on the door like
late at
like
night.
crackheads, like, oh, we got any biscuit Cheetahs?
And thank you for mentioning it. Thank you to Ultra Bravo Bakery. Thank you. It's become part of like our it's just a given.
Sure.
They're going to be
A
part
little
of
tradition.
That's right.
We started a tradition. We do have gift cards, so if you do not know what book they would want,
let them
get
shop
a gift
themselves,
card.
yeah.
We've got gift cards. Be happy to deliver one, wrap it, whatever we can do about
Yeah.
that. Some fun things while I'm thinking about it. 2022 is looking really, really good. I do believe, thank you, Mr. Luck and the Roswell Independent School District,
Sweet.
we got approved fourth grade school tours. Yeah.
Oh, good. So
Yeah.
they're back for 2022.
That we are going to be back and running. Haven't
good.
scheduled those.
Okay.
But thank you. That's very, very exciting.
So calling
And
all volunteers, if you get involved with that.
that's very important.
Your
If you're
services will be
listening and have
needed.
been a part of the tours, we have taken a couple of years off. Note a break.
Not by
That's
our
not
choice,
permanent.
by the way. Yeah.
Not
That's
permanent.
right.
Yeah.
No. And then also be looking for information about the 2022 Heritage Dinner.
Awesome. Which
that's really
we think,
exciting.
barring
We're
Decepticon or
good.
Chroma, whatever the next label
Yes,
of COVID will
it's gonna, and it's gonna be
Xanadu or
exciting. So I
Yeah.
think we'll have a press release, and that can probably come out in January. That'll
Yeah.
be the 40th annual.
And,
let's just put it this way: I think
now-
it could be best ever.
I have a little inside baseball,
It's
so I
hard to
know
say
things
that.
here, but let me ask this in a very vague, weird way that's going to make people like, why is he doing this?
Uh-oh.
I know you guys had a meeting Friday to kind of lock down information for this. So is that is our intended all on board and
All on,
and
looking
and we're all and they were all good to
Looking
go?
good.
Okay.
And it's looking good for the fall.
Okay.
Yes,
Fall,
absolutely.
Okay.
Right. That's really exciting.
So it's going to be a big deal.
It's going to
the
be a
Heritage
really big deal.
And because I know who the honoree is and I know everything involved, this could potentially be the biggest heritage dinner yet.
I think so.
I
Because
think
of
so.
the entity in which we speak of can really, it touches every single person in our lives
Yeah.
in one way, shape, or
I
form.
think so.
And you
Full
can't
swing.
avoid it. If you live in southeast New Mexico, this entity is part
Right.
of that fabric. Of
Right. You want to be a part of this one. It's really good.
And I think that it's so important for us on the behalf of the Historical Study Board. We just want to remind everybody that, this crazy world that we're living in, history pulls it all in.
Yeah.
You can agree to disagree. I'm going to tell you, if you're living here in this area, you're listening, just be reminding that we're all part of this amazing community, and
Absolutely.
we're all impacting history in one way or another.
Absolutely.
We would encourage you to impact in a positive manner. We've done some great work with some great organizations, whether it's blood drives, whether it's Community Kitchen, whether it's CASA. We've got great aspirations, whether it's Character Counts and the Amazing Health Council. All these things are pulling it in and working together. So any way the Historical Society can work together for the good. I'll
Absolutely.
say it. I've said it. I'm going to say it again. We're all in. Nothing's greater than giving first ever scholarships to New Mexico Youth Challenge
Yeah.
Academy. Amazing.
Yeah.
And by the way, I think we're going to have more scholarships than ever in 2022.
Great.
So if you have a high school senior, ladies and gentlemen, high school senior, whether they're in Roswell or in surrounding areas,
Hagerman,
that
Dexter,
information,
Lake
that's
Arthur,
right. That
Lincoln
information.
County.
Southeast New Mexico.
Yeah, we've had even applicants from, I think, Mescalero, and I'm
Yeah.
like, you go, that's amazing. Even Fort Sumner.
Yeah.
Fort Sumner's represented really well. I've got to tell Roswell,
probably a
Fort
lot of-
Sumner and Dexter stepping it up.
Good.
That's
They
awesome.
better watch out, Roswell. You better step it up. You better start getting your pencils and
Get your
typing.
applications in.
And that's actually, that's something on my list of things to do is actually go do a day trip up to Fort Sumner. I've never been.
I was going to say, you can't apply for the scholarship, though.
I can shave down. I mean,
Come on.
I got no hair on my legs. Y'all see that? I just shaved the face
You
down. I
do
might be
need
able
to take a day trip to Fort
Yeah,
Sumner.
I've as a
Oh, I
transplanted New
love
Mexican,
that.
that's one place I've never
Oh,
been,
now,
and I
is
need
that
to go.
right? Oh,
I need
that's
to go over there.
amazing.
years.
Have you
Yeah.
not?
I've been wanting
You
to go.
need to. John and I took a road trip one time
Yeah.
to Fort Sumner. They've got it going on over there.
And
I
I've
hope
done
somebody over
research
there
and
is
even
listening.
kind of planned things. I just haven't had the
Yes.
physical act of going up
Oh,
there and
yes,
doing it
that's
yet.
great.
So,
And
so
that
that's
high
on the
school
list.
is amazing.
Yeah.
Wendy Williamson, counselor over there in Fort Sumner.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, when those scholarships go out, you know what I love? I mean, within the hour, boom, they're replying.
That's great.
And I know life happens, and I know some of us are so busy. That woman is on top of it, and so the challenge is on. I want more applications than ever. That's just going to give me more issues.
Absolutely. And by the way, while we're talking, our area and all that, with the holidays here, use history as that part. We talk about the historical side of things. Plan a trip to Lincoln with your family. Go if you haven't been to the town of Lincoln or gone out to Fort Stanton and done anything out there. That's a day in and of itself right there. And your family will love it. There's so much history.
And watch our video. Watch our
video.
video.
Watch our video online.
Historical Society for Southeast Mexico on YouTube or on our website, roswellmhistory.org. I don't think we mentioned
Absolutely. Use those for ideas and go to the website. And if you're looking for road trips while family's in town and you want to go do some things that are southeast New Mexico, obviously everyone talks caverns and all. Yeah, great. But Lincoln, some of here in town at the Historical Society, our museums here. If you haven't been to the Anderson Museum or the Roswell Museum, anytime I keep wanting to say an art center, but it's just Roswell Museum now, so I got to stop. But or the Miniatures Museum a couple blocks away. That's part of the Anderson group.
Oh yeah,
we've got so many awesome things in this community that are in your own backyard, and so come be a part of it and get. I'm telling you, if you have not been into the J.P. White House, the museum, come, call, make an appointment. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. It's a personalized tour. You come through. The docents really, and because it's personalized, it's you and your group. So you really, it's your presentation. If you want to know things or go take it in a direction that's a little different, that ask questions than normally the standard fare would be, this is that opportunity. And now obviously we're not going to let you go jump on the furniture and do all that kind of stuff, but as far as learning about what was different parts of the house or different history of the house or why certain things are in the house, that's you got your own personalized tour here.
And our volunteers have done a great job setting up different displays, and they rotate those through the building, and
keeping them fresh and updated.
It looks really nice.
It really does.
Absolutely.
Shout out to our Secret Santa.
Yes.
In California.
Yes.
Our friend gave us a call and wanted to make sure that our volunteers had a little Christmas blessing.
Yeah, he blessed every one of them.
And we really appreciate that. I tell you that is so important. I'm the only paid employee. Without our volunteers, including you both, we wouldn't be able to make it. And so we can never say thank you enough. And this individual just wanted wanted to just impact their lives a little bit. And we really appreciate that.
It spread a lot of love.
That's right.
Last week, yeah.
And on a side note, also we've had a goal to make. We're doing fundraising on our major work.
The good news is we're running out of roofs to replace.
That's right.
So after this one, I think we're done with roofs.
But guess
for a while,
what?
right?
If you're listening and you stayed up and you get our newsletter, guess what?
Yeah.
There was one more.
One more roof.
We haven't done it yet. So if you've been following us and know that we were at that $69,000, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We surpassed that way long ago, and we're fixing to need a couple of thousand more. We're going to do some minor repairs, right?
Right.
Jace, if you can afford a one-time end-of-the-year donation, let's be very clear.
Sure.
We have worked our tails off. I don't know
Those
how much more
tax breaks in. Absolutely.
I don't know how much more fundraising we could have done this year.
Sure.
But I will say this: if you're in a situation where you could make a one-time donation, that goal is to meet just to cover all of our expenses.
Sure.
We certainly do not believe many of these are a one-time situation.
Right.
I know we've surpassed about 75,000 now, Mike. Where are we at now? We've done very, very well. I know we were way exceeding over half. I haven't done the calculations. Loose change drive, it's not too late to bring your loose change. Just got a text about that the other day saying, oh my gosh, you're still accepting loose change. It's never too late for that. But if you're in a situation where you can make a one-time donation, whether it's $5, $50, $5,000,
whatever it is, it helps.
take into consideration, we won't stop until we do it right. Right, Jason?
Right.
Until we get it
We've got
done.
a lot of projects. Keeping up with the historic house, isn't cheap. So
Right.
Yeah. Take your maintenance costs of your house, whatever it is, and I guarantee it's going to be a lot newer than what we're dealing with.
And I
here.
give it up to Fred. Fred, Fred.
He's amazing.
Fred saves us so much money.
Yeah.
But there are things that Fred can't do everything.
Well, and
between Fred and David, that's full time.
Exactly.
Thank you, Fred and
I don't know what's
David.
going to happen when those guys decide to hang it up.
Well,
here,
we're not going to talk about that.
yeah.
They're just going to keep hanging around.
But they really, because it's a historical building, it's a historical
Yes.
national landmark here. Historical landmark here. So even when we do renovation and upgrades, there's certain criteria we have to meet. You can't just do modern technology on the roofs and things. You've got to, as close as possible, use the materials of the day, or at least the looks of the day, even some of the stylings of construction, carpentry. There's been technologies over years in carpentry and how joints and things are done. So to keep it historically accurate, you've got to build them more that way over there to keep it to the period in which the house was built. Otherwise, if we keep doing updates on it and we do modern stuff, at some point the house is going to just look like your house.
That's right.
Be like,
it won't be that special.
That's right.
So that's why. So not only is it maintenance of an old building, but it's maintenance to keep it in period correctness of it.
And many times we can't just do whatever we want to do.
Sure.
That's put on by the recommendations.
We just can't slap a roof on this thing. We got to go and find the material, and then find a roofing company, fortunately, that works with these kinds of things instead of more modern technologies and things like that.
Let me say this, too, on Christmas decorations. If you haven't driven by, drive by in the evening. Want to give some shout-outs. The Lee family allowed us to have on loan a lot of decorations that were in loving memory of Sandra Lee. So thank you to the Jean Lee family, Julie Hodges, shout out to all of them. So when you drive by the wreaths you're saying and the crosses, they mean so much more. That was from that family.
Because it's coming from a family's heart.
It's coming from the family. The candles in the windows were donated in loving memory of my mother and Vivian O'Keem. So when you drive by, it's not just candles in the window. It's intentionally done. The Morning Garden Club did a wonderful job helping us outside. We work hard and work together for the good, but most everything we do isn't just about surface.
Sure. Well,
it's about so much more.
We are the historical society,
we are.
And tradition is part of our mantra, and that's
it is.
In history and the things we do as a society, why we do those things, that's what the historical society is all
about. It really is. If you want to make memorial donations, just got a donation in the mail just the other day in loving memory, celebration of a 65th anniversary, those kinds of things. Make those donations, too. That's a lot of fun. Or just be a member.
And that's the other way, too, here.
Just be a member.
Where this is kind of coming in a new year, that's kind of our membership drive of the season, where we encourage new members. That's another way to get involved, or maybe
just minimal
pay
of 30.
it forward as a gift. Maybe you want to. Hey, I'm gonna as a gift. Maybe you have parents or something that buys everything for themselves, and you're like, I have no idea what to get them. Say, you know what? I bought my parents a membership to the historical
society. And then you get a newsletter.
Yes, we've got,
it's awesome.
There's a young kid that wants to be a member of the Historical Society. I think that's really cool, even if kids were members and they got their own newsletter.
Sure.
Again, we're all part of this. Not all memberships are memberships. Some of our memberships are to give back to the community. So we even have a $1,000 scholarship membership. That's going to go right back into the community. So not everything goes directly, and some of our monies go right back into the community. So if you want to be part of New Mexico Youth Challenge Academy scholarships or our other high school senior scholarships, please earmark that and make those donations too. It is not all about us. It never is.
We're a conduit for many things. Obviously, we talk a lot about that the Hayes family and that trust.
Yes.
And they
Serafinos
are kind enough. Them and other families are kind enough to use us as the conduit to help others in the community
that are still communicating with us right now. Our family is so much bigger. We've got now college seniors, and I'm like feeling old. They can't be seniors already. We just gave them a scholarship.
Well, we're not just promoting history.
No.
We're making history.
We
absolutely.
are. We are.
Absolutely.
Now, we do not have, and I think, no pressure, Tyler, if he's listening. We do not have a scholarship recipient that has literally come back to celebrate history, but we're sure in the making of that, and that's going to be something golden to put on the radio. Because then I'm like, then we're going to put him through Leadership Roswell and all these things.
He's a product of everything we've put together. Absolutely.
So I can't wait for the day that we've been putting scholarships in, and then they come back and give back with us. That's amazing.
Sure, and because they understand what's going on and why we're doing it. And that's the beauty of the scholarship.
Yes.
It's a community investment.
Yeah,
it is.
Absolutely.
It is.
And obviously the Hayes family and these other families that are so generous and using us as the platform to get that money to these kids, but at the same time, we get to also use it as an opportunity to expose these kids to our history, to our culture of Southeast New Mexico, to all of the things that make up this area, why it makes up this area, and the Historical Society, because every one of these kids that go for the scholarships and ones that get them and so forth, they're part of it is being an active part of the Historical Society, coming and seeing what it's all about, taking a tour, understanding, where this money's coming from and why, it's part of our community and where it's going. And that's the part you're talking about. They're learning more about our community and investing into our community. And then when they, get their degrees and things and go on to be doctors and lawyers and these amazing things, they come back home here and start investing that back into our community.
And they can be proud of where they came from,
And maybe maybe they come and work with us, but maybe they go to the Roswell Refuge and work over there, or maybe they go work at Character Counts, or they go work or go work at the Homeless Coalition or somewhere.
That's right.
They're a part or Humane Society, but that's
we've been working so hard, and one of our mottos around the Historical Society is we have wants and we have needs. We've been so focused on the needs. I think we're hopefully wrapping that up, and I cannot wait to get started on the wants, like more
less
scholarships,
on needs and more on wants.
History clubs everywhere, every school. One of my personal goals is to have some type of history club at every school in Roswell. We've got them in elementary. Shout out to Valley View Elementary, first ever elementary school history club, getting them in all middle schools and high schools. We've had them in high schools, and we've kind of dropped down on that. The challenge is out at both high schools, too. When we've got young kids in elementary schools. But if Valley View's doing it in elementary school, come on now.
Yeah, that's kind of
the more we get involved, it's not just about us, because even through Teen Leadership Institute, that's going to get going in March. Both of y'all are part of that, too. I think that's exciting. So it's not just about, when everybody says, oh, we don't know if the need's there, it cannot not be there, because it kind of pulls it all in for me.
Absolutely. Well, I mean,
whatever you're into, sports, music, it all goes back to history.
And at the end of the day, you want understandings and reasons about the things that are going on in the world and everything. Guess what?
You got to connect those dots.
History has that answer. Study. And I'll even go as bold as, you want to know what's going to happen next? Read your history.
That's true.
Read your history. History is very reciprocal, revolutionary, circular. Things I hate to burst your bubble here, but some of the issues we're having today, this is the same stuff they fought over in the 1860s.
It's true.
I'm telling you. It's this. There's a lot of parallels, a lot of similarities.
True.
You've got to,
whether it's the history books or the Bible or whatever, you can look right in there.
Absolutely.
Come on now.
A lot of parallels.
So much to look.
So good understand. And then once you understand, then you can talk and work, and we're all going to disagree about stuff,
but you can make a little bit more informed decidecision.
Absolutely,
for sure.
And I say this every time. We got an election year next year. There's going to be a lot of that stuff going on, a lot of that talk. I don't care who you vote for, as long as you vote informed. That's my thing. You go and research your decisions, and you vote because you believe this and that. I'll back you 1,000%. And I'm very good with it, even if it's not the person I agree with.
Sure.
But I'm so mad that people go and vote just because they told to rock the vote or whatever it is. I'm like, no, rock an educated vote. Don't go in there and start pulling levers because you can.
No, go get an informed, educated
decision. Because, well, I got to be honest. I think we're sitting in the place we're sitting because everybody rocked the vote and didn't pay attention what they're voting for. But that's another.
It's a different show. But we can work together for the good. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So any way you can help, and I want to encourage individuals, whether it's a family, including Jason brings his daughter in. She can help. We have the Ackerman family, whole family coming in.
You can't just say Travis. You got to say the Ackerman family.
So I want to challenge in this new year to get involved with the Historical Society, because it could impact whether your grandparents, parents, come as a couple. We used to have some couples come, and I want to challenge people, whether it's 1 hour a month. Ladies and gentlemen, we accept that 1 hour a month.
Yeah, every
get involved
bit helps.
every bit, whether it's every penny, every hour. If you said, you know what, me and my husband are just going to volunteer for an hour a month. Hey, we are thrilled with that. We're going to make the best of that 1 hour. So get involved in one way or another and have some fun.
That could have been an hour you're watching Netflix or doing something else, and you chose to spend it with us, and we're very thankful.
Book fair we had so many volunteers.
Yes.
I mean,
that's a good problem to have.
We almost had more volunteers.
People staying around waiting to do stuff. That's a good problem.
And then we all stood around so much, and then we bought books, and we all...
Here, read this.
Oh, my son's going to be a recipient of some of that because they're standing around so much.
But
that is what it's
because
all
there's
about.
people that have passion. They understand how what a great thing that is.
It's a nice problem to have.
Yeah.
TJ or Talissa, she's high school volunteer.
Yeah.
I didn't even invite her. She knew there was an event. She came. She
Just
stayed the
showed
whole
up.
time, and I'm like, come on, some of our board members aren't even here. Talissa's here.
Right. Now, in all fairness, you keep promising food and everything. I think that just gets people. You know what I'm saying? They're like, hey, I'm coming because I know there's going to be like some swag and
If
some
you will work
snacks
for
and things.
Biscuititos, we will provide Biscuititos. And
You know.
some would, that's a good agreement.
I mean, I'm just saying, get more money with the oil than the vinegar, the honey, and all that. You know?
Hey, we call it blessings, Mike.
You got a lot of
and
honey.
some come in saying, hey, and I know some of those individuals and what they like. And let me tell you, if it's ice cream, Fred, we're going to bless you with ice cream.
Well, that his weakness? Is that Fred's weakness? Is ice cream?
Oh, my goodness.
So you got like a
and then
particular
if you're
flavor?
listening, it's just once or twice.
So what's his go-to flavor?
He likes, this is a great advertisement. He got me started on the turtle pecan blizzard from Dairy Queen.
That's his go-to
Thanks,
jam.
Fred.
Okay.
Thanks, Fred.
So DQ, just show one of those up every couple weeks. That's how we're going to keep him forever.
I'm telling you. Hey, let me tell you, Santa brought him Dairy Queen gift card. I'm just saying.
All right. Well, he's cheap then. All right, we're good.
But man, he does
I
a
feel
good
like
job.
he does. I'm
worth
saying.
that.
He can be bought off with blizzards, and
See,
here we're good to go.
Hello.
Hey, we
That's
can
right.
even help with the spare change drive and get a couple
Diet Coke.
blizzards
See,
for him.
if you become part of our family, I'm going to know your go-tos if
Yeah.
you're around there enough.
Yeah.
You want to work for a Sonic Diet Coke? I'm telling you, there's going to be a Sonic
Yeah.
Diet, whatever it takes.
Yeah, I'm just saying that because that man's almost single-handedly is keeping the building, afloat here. And if it's costing us blizzards, then you know what? That's a good exchange.
It is a good exchange, I'm telling you. It's just little blessings. See?
Very cool. Of course, if you have any questions about anything, including the weird ones about the blizzards, don't hesitate to reach out. Various ways you can get a hold of the Historical Society. Of course, you can send an email, and that's probably the quickest right now is to send an email to Amy, historydirector@outlook.com. You can always go to the Historical Society's website, roswellnmhistory.org, and there. But if you do some shopping there this week, if you find some books and things, just call the Historical
Call
Society.
622-8333. Honestly, preferably my cell phone.
Okay.
575-915-4471.
Okay.
You can text or call that number. Send me a text with your purchase needs or
Yeah, 'cause
gift
you're gonna
wrapping
be in
needs
and
or
out of the
tour.
office a
I
lot
really
this
am.
week, so
I'm
that's a little hit or miss.
I'm going to
Yeah.
give myself a break.
But if you need to get a book signed or
for
delivered or
and we
Peter
we
Hurd
can give
print,
tours for sure.
and if we need to set up a tour here, or even if you're wanting to talk about booking the archive facility for an event here in 2022, and you need to get it done this week, we'll reach out and give us a call, and we'll make that
One
happen.
last thing, if you haven't done your Christmas shopping,
Yeah.
we have Peter de la Fuente's newest print available.
Oh, really?
First caller needs
How
to.
does that happen? I'm
and
surprised
it's
that thing's not
numbered and
disappeared.
autographed.
Oh.
I think it was an IT glitch that they didn't realize it's available. He donated the second print. It is signed. It is numbered. It is amazing. It is vibrant. It is beautiful.
I'm Jared Cirillo. An update to a missing persons case we brought you first yesterday. Roswell police now confirm the girl, 15-year-old Natalia Chavez Gonzalez, has been found and she is safe. The girl was reportedly found at a residence in Chavez County, west of Roswell, on Monday evening. She had been reported as a missing and endangered runaway on Saturday. New Mexico's governor signed a nearly $500 million spending bill Tuesday that draws on federal pandemic relief funding to expand high-speed internet access, bolster roadways, upgrade state parks, expand nursing training programs, and help teachers pay off their student debt amid a shortage of educators. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham, a Democrat, approved all proposed spending in the bill and vetoed a requirement that local governments contribute to related affordable housing projects. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo reporting.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander. A strike at Kellogg that has gone on since early October has ended after workers voted to ratify a new labor contract at the company's 4 U.S. cereal plants. The contract covers approximately 1,400 workers represented by the union. Kellogg said Tuesday that the new contract provides immediate, across-the-board wage increases and enhanced benefits. Businesses in the hospitality and leisure sectors of England will be eligible for one-time grants of up to £6,000 or $7,900 each. An additional £100 million will be given to local governments to support businesses in the areas hit hard by the sudden spike in COVID-19 infections. Stocks end higher on Wall Street. The Dow up 560 points. The Nasdaq up 360, and the S&P 500 rose 81 points. With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
This is Tim Jennings, and I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. As you work through your holiday plans and this Christmas shopping, I hope you will think to spend as many of those Christmas dollars right here in Roswell. We have great stores and merchants with many gift ideas for everyone in your family. Remember, your holiday dollars spent here help build our local economy, creating jobs and helping local businesses grow. But most importantly, please remember the true meaning of this time, which is the birth of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. If we do that, we'll ensure to keep Christ as the most important part of Christmas. Again, this is Tim Jennings saying Merry Christmas and God bless to each and every one of you.
This holiday message is a paid political ad from the Tim Jennings for Mayor campaign. Tim Jennings, the right experience to lead Roswell forward in 2022.
The holiday super sale is on now at LGS Guns and Ammo. Southeastern New Mexico's Gun and Ammo headquarters is wrapping up your holiday shopping with 10% off store-wide. Save big on guns, ammo, and everything you need from brands like Glock, Ruger, Springfield, Smith & Wesson, Mossberg, and more. Take 15% off all Liberty safes and get a free Sarge Growler when you spend $200 or more. The holiday super sale on now at LGS Guns and Ammo. Southeastern New Mexico's authority for guns and ammo in Hobbs or Roswell, and at lgsguns.com.
More than 1 in 3 people will face cancer in their lifetime. Unfortunately, fear can stop you from getting cancer screening, but it won't stop cancer. Early detection can save your life. Don't wait for symptoms to appear to act. Cancer screening is safe, effective, and accessible for everyone, including free or low-cost screening programs. Go to cancerscreenquiz.com now and take the American Cancer Society's 2-minute cancer screening quiz to find out what screening tests are right for you. Don't wait. Take the quiz. Get screened. Go to cancerscreenquiz.com now. cancerscreenquiz.com.
You need an accurate thermometer to check for fever, a potential sign of flu or COVID. Be vigilant and contact your medical provider at the first sign of fever. Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Exergen Temporal Scanners are available at Walmart and other fine retailers. Learn more at exergen.com. That's EXERGEN.com. Exergen is changing the way the world takes temperature.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The U.S. Treasury once considered producing donut-shaped coins. They instead decided to go with coin-shaped donuts. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. 4 minutes away from 9 o'clock. Got a couple minutes here before the top of the hour. Coming up next hour, going to be joined by the American Legion Post 61. Going to be chit-chatting about all the holiday activities, what they've got planned for their holidays coming up, and of course 2022 and the outlook therein. Hey, just a reminder, in case you missed any portion of the program, you can always go back and take a listen in its entirety at ksvptv.com. But these interviews that we've run this morning are already up over on the 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM Facebook page. Just head to Facebook and search for 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. There you'll find us. In the first hour, we ran the interview with Miss Lori Schatz. And by the way, tickets are available for the awesome show with Ted Vigil. Looks like him, better yet, sounds like one John Denver. And he's a, quote, rising legend, according to the Country Music Association. Tickets $40 for VIP and $30 reserved. That show going to be going down February 19th with 2 shows at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. So if you want to be a part of pretty much the closest thing you're going to get this side of the 21st century to a John Denver show, those tickets are available once again February 19th with 2 shows, 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Tickets, if you want more information, tickets or reservations, 575-513-8119. That's 575-513-8119. Get your tickets because they are gonna go quickly. Then this last hour, of course, the interview with Miss Amy McVeigh from the Historical Society for Southeastern New Mexico. Of course, if anyone out there can help out, they've obviously are still working towards that new roof that they desperately need, and the loose change drive is still underway. Matter of fact, if you are in the area and you've got loose change you just want to drop off, we have a bottle here at the JP White building. Just give us a little ring, and Tanner will come down, collect your loose change. You can drop it into the bottle, and it'll be it'll go towards an amazing cause. By the way, if you're looking for a great gift idea, the Historical Society has fantastic gift ideas. You can always gift cards. Gift cards are available. Of course, you've got fantastic reading materials, so don't forget them as you inch closer and closer to Christmas and you realize, oh, I forgot to get this or I forgot to get that for someone on my list. Well, now you can give them the gift of history, thanks to the Historical Society for Southeastern Mexico. Of course, those interviews up over on our Facebook page. Just head for Facebook and search for 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. NMSU's Kitchen Creations, they've got a cooking school for individuals with diabetes. Their diabetic cooking school is going down March 8th, 15th, 22nd, and 29th. For more information, call 622-3210 to reserve a spot. That's 622-3210 for the Diabetic Cooking School. Learn how to prepare meals for the diabetics in your life in case you happen to be one or you have one in your life. Give you some tips and tricks on how to do it the right way. Coming up next hour, got the American Legion Post 61. Going to be chit-chatting with them next hour on A Morning Without Mike Winters. Stay tuned.
Your home for Kim Commando in Roswell. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. He's hoping Build Back Better will rise again. President Biden says he and Democrat Senator Joe Manchin will, in the president's words, get something done. Manchin's opposition to the enormous bill derailed the measure, but based on the president's remarks, it would appear that Mr. Biden is determined to get back to the bargaining table with Manchin. This could be the deadliest year yet, even more so than last year.
A CDC report being released today shows 25,000 more people died in the U.S. last year than previously reported. The final 2020 tally, about 3,384,000 deaths. The CDC this week also revised its estimate of life expectancy. For those born in 2020, it was 77 years, down 1.8 years from 2019. The final numbers for 2021 won't be in for several weeks, but the CDC says based on available information, it's likely 2021 will surpass last year's record number of deaths by at least 15,000. I'm Ben Thomas.
More than 500,000 Tesla vehicles, target of a federal safety investigation.
The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has opened a preliminary investigation into Tesla 3, S, X, and Y models made between 2017 and 2022. That's after reports the car's gameplay functions can be enabled even when the car is in motion. The NHTSA says passenger play, which uses the center touchscreen panel, may distract drivers and increase the risk of a crash.
The BBC's Victoria Craig. Medical experts say South Africa's drop in new COVID cases in recent days may signal the country's dramatic Omicron-driven surge has now passed its peak. Stocks rallying on Wall Street this hour. Right now, the Dow's up 182 points, the Nasdaq ahead 109 points, and the S&P is up 31. More on these stories at townhall.com.
So I invested in one of those fancy new exercise bikes. Without a doubt, a very special tool to help me get healthier. The problem is 3 days go by, then 4, and I've done nothing. And then it's night 5, and I'm sitting at the kitchen table, and I look down at myself, and I can't help but just laugh. Because there I am, wearing the exercise t-shirt that came with the bike, and I'm eating 2 corn dogs. And I think we'd all agree, the special tool only matters if we use it to our benefit. At United Faith Mortgage, we believe we have an advantageous tool for you. Our mortgage team is an arm of a bigger company who is a direct lender, which means our company gets to use its own money and make its own decisions. There's no middleman. And often, this allows us to get you a better rate on your refinance or new home purchase, which can save you monthly and lifelong money. We are United Faith Mortgage.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Melville Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage banker. For all licensing information, go to NMLSconsumeraccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1330. Equal housing lender. Licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, Massachusetts, North Dakota, South Dakota, or Utah.
The French health minister warns France could soon see 100,000 cases of coronavirus infections per day as Omicron spreads.
It's getting more and more serious with the spread of Omicron. What Veron was saying today is that he expects by next week the daily count to go up from 70,000, which is what it is today, already very high, up to 100,000 or so. The figures that came out today also show that the number of critical beds occupied by COVID patients is now more than 3,000, which is a high point since last spring. So all sorts of alarm bells are going.
The BBC's Hugh Schofield in Paris. Russia's top diplomat says Russian and U.S. negotiators will sit down for talks early next year to discuss Moscow's demand for Western guarantees to keep Ukraine out of NATO. The Russian foreign minister says in January, Moscow will also launch talks with NATO. News and analysis, townhall.com. China is defending its international scientific exchange programs following conviction of a Harvard professor charged with hiding his ties to a Chinese-run recruitment program.
A foreign ministry spokesperson says China operated along the same lines as the U.S. and other countries in managing such exchanges. He says U.S. agencies and officials should not stigmatize such programs. Charles Lieber, the former chair of Harvard's Department of Chemistry and Chemical Biology, pleaded not guilty to filing false tax returns, making false statements, and failing to file reports for a foreign bank account in China.
That's correspondent Jeremy House. The U.S. economy grew at a 2.3% rate in the third quarter, and that was slightly better than previously thought, according to a newly released Commerce Department report. So again, on Wall Street this hour, stocks are higher. The Dow's up 168 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. Leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. 6 minutes after 9 o'clock on this Wednesday morning. Welcome to hour number 3.
Tracing the air notes
of a morning without Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Good Wednesday morning, halfway day, hump day, however you refer to it. I gotta tell you, for the last 5 minutes, I've been kind of doing the superstar thing. If you're familiar with the work of one Molly Shannon from back in the day in Superstar, she used to put her hands under her arms like this, and then, well, you can't see it because of the arm, the bottom third, and then she would smell like that. But I don't do that part. I just put my hands under my arms because I'm freezing. I know that everyone in this building likes to keep things cool, and I understand we have a lot of equipment that, needs to maintain a cool temperature, but I've been shivering for 20 minutes, and I'm just trying to get warm. And it's become an issue only in certain parts of me. I know it's a circulation thing, but it's like the tip of my nose, my fingers, my toes. I can't ever get warm. The rest of me's fine. My core, it's like a radiator. My extremities, get a little chilly, all right? Just saying. Fingies, trying to get warm. So yes, I turn the heater on, and I'm sure I'm going to catch heck for that come if I accidentally leave it on when we leave the building. But I don't see myself doing that. I'm a pretty good person when it comes to remembering things. I don't think that'll be too big of a problem. We'll be fine. Coming up this hour here in just a few minutes, around 9:15 or so, I got the folks from the American Legion Post 61 scheduled to stop by and chit-chat with us, get us up to date on all of their year-end info as we head into 2022, what they've got planned for the new year and all the festivities on the horizon. It's going to be a big year, and I'm actually really looking forward to just a fresh start. And I know it's all kind of, just an obscure thing. Oh, it's a fresh start. It's a new place that we're getting to start. But, well, I mean, it is, but it's also like, a chance to kind of redo some things that I've, been putting off. Plus, it's it's an excuse to, take this week and a half and just kind of indulge in like fruitcake and all the other horrible things that most people don't like. Yeah, I like fruitcake. Shut up. I'm just saying I can actually eat more of it because nobody likes it. Just bring me your fruitcakes. I'll take care of it, and I'll work the calories off. January 3rd. Yeah, I'm going to take a couple days in January too. I mean, I'm not going to jump right on the gun. 9 minutes after 9 o'clock on your Wednesday morning. Let's get you up to date with the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Aside from some gusty wind over the next few days, things look good all the way through the Christmas weekend. Low to mid 70s and sunny today. Overnight, a few clouds with upper 30s, and then we'll be in the mid to upper 70s on Thursday, and it looks fair. Gusty wind coming up on Friday, but mostly sunny and our high in the upper 70s. And then for Christmas, we're expecting sunshine, mid 70s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 54 degrees around Roswell Way. Humidity at about 13%. Winds out of the south at about 7 miles an hour. The barometer sitting at about 30.09. Shouldn't have a problem warming my extremities later today. High of 74 degrees under mostly sunny skies. It's just the shady spots that get really, really cold. Other than that, I'm fine as long as I'm in direct sunlight this time of year. 74 for the high today, mostly sunny, and winds out of the west 5 to 15 miles an hour. For tonight, partly cloudy, dropping down to a low of 36 overnight. Southwest winds around 5 to 15 miles an hour, becoming northwest after midnight. For your Thursday, mostly sunny skies, a high of around 74 degrees. Winds out of the northwest, 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming south later in the afternoon. Thursday night, partly cloudy, getting down to 44 degrees. Winds out of the southwest at around 10 miles an hour. And for your Friday, that's when the wind starts a-whipping. Areas of blowing dust after 11 a.m. Mostly sunny, 79 degrees for the high, so it's going to be nice out there, but it's going to be windy. Breezy with a southwest wind, 15 to 25, and gusts up to 35. For your Friday night, partly cloudy, dropping down to 52. For Christmas Day, mostly sunny. I hope nobody's dreaming of a white Christmas because we're going to have, probably blue skies, sunshine, and 75 degrees for Christmas Day. 72 degrees for the day after Christmas, a.k.a. Boxing Day if you're Canadian. 72 degrees and mostly sunny for your Sunday. 11 minutes after 9 o'clock on this here Wednesday morning. Going to pause, pay a couple of these bills, and after these, hopefully we'll have the folks from the American Legion Post 61 joining us on the other side on a morning without Mike Winters. Stay tuned.
I'm Chip Davis of Mannheim Steamroller. To some, Xmas is a word to be avoided. They say it takes the Christ out of Christmas, but the truth lies far away in the 12th century. To early Christians, Xmas was simply an abbreviation. The X isn't really an X at all. It's Chi, the 22nd letter of the Greek alphabet. And, most important, the first letter in the Greek word Christos, spelled X-R-I-S-T-O-S, Greek for Christ. Merry Xmas may sound a bit hollow. Those who invented it were still filled with the real spirit of this holiday. I'm Chip Davis of Mannheim Steamroller.
Brought to you in part by T-Mobile and the advanced T-Mobile 5G network. Check the coverage in your area at T-Mobile.com.
The most wonderful sale of the century is on now at Roswell Nissan. Prices slashed across the lot, 0 down, and no payments for 90 days. Get a 2017 Sentra for just $219 a month, a 2013 Civic for just $199 a month, or a 2011 Hyundai Tucson for just $169 a month. And play Lucky Lotto to win cash and prizes. Just watch your mailbox and bring in your mailer for the chance to win up to $25,000 cash. The most wonderful sale of the century on now at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
Have you been dealing with stress or anxiety lately? Don't let that stop you from getting the dental work done that you know needs to happen. Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher with Carabelli Dental, and every day we help people just like you have a relaxing and pain-free experience with IV sedation. Just imagine a dental experience where you don't remember the needles or the drills. If that's what you're looking for, we can help. Let us ease your stress and create the best dental experience ever.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main or call 622-4455.
Where can you find the best selection of beautiful and unique home decor in the region? Easy, Casa Decor in Ruidoso. For years, people from all over have come to Casa Decor for the best selection of rustic, real wood furniture, beautiful decor from the Southwest and beyond, and quality outdoor furniture and accessories that are built to last a lifetime. At Casa Decor, they have over 10,000 square feet of showroom for everything you need. Casa Decor opens 7 days a week from 9:30 to 5 at 1214 Meacham Drive in Ruidoso or online at casadecorruidoso.com. Proud supporter of local high school sports.
From macaroons to mattresses, these days folks are used to ordering just about everything. And it's no different at Roswell Ford. Here at the Tailgate Nation, it's time to order your new Ford. Yep, the Ford factories are working overtime to meet demand, and to get the new Ford truck or SUV you want, you need to order it. Place your order by the end of December, and Roswell Ford will give you a $1,000 cash discount. And when it gets here, it'll be like Christmas all over again. But if you're looking for instant gratification, Roswell Ford has more than 100 excellent pre-owned vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Each one has passed a rigorous 139-point inspection, and each one comes with a 3-day money-back guarantee. And one last thing, wintertime is no time for car trouble, so bring your vehicle in for a complimentary winter vehicle inspection with any maintenance or repair. So come see us at Roswell Ford and have a wonderful Christmas season.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Due to extreme pressure and weather conditions, it literally rains diamonds on Neptune and Uranus. Stop snickering because I said Uranus. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 15 minutes after 9 o'clock on this Wednesday morning. And joining us in studio, Lee and Jen from American Legion Post 61. How are you guys doing this morning?
Well, we're all right.
Nick of time. You guys slide. That was extra style points for the entrance. That was pretty cool. Because I was like, I'm gonna have to stall for a couple minutes because I know they'll be here.
Well, I had like 15 minutes of sleep last night.
Oh,
yeah,
yuck.
Rough night. Oh, thank you.
Not fun. That's never good. Are you guys all set up and ready for the holidays, for Christmas and everything?
Oh yeah. Well, I got a few more decorations to put up, but the post is doing really well.
Nice. See, I'm the worst procrastinator. We just got everything up this last weekend. Had the kids over, in the house, and so we finally got the Christmas tree up and stuff. And I don't have like everybody has, boxes of old decorations and heirlooms and stuff. Yeah, I don't have that. I lost a lot of that in the in the breakup, so I had to kind of start from scratch.
Yeah.
And I went to the store. There's no holiday stuff out there.
Yeah, they're already moving on to like Valentine's
Day. Yeah.
Yep, I know.
Yeah, so I hope the kids don't mind a giant, heart-shaped box of chocolates on top of the Christmas tree.
Well, see, traditionally in our house, we set up everything on the 21st.
Ah, okay.
So we're like a day late and a dollar short right now. So
yeah, a lot of people do that. Wait until, and there's a tradition to that, admittedly, but.
Well, my wife's birthday is today. So the thing is, since it's so close, traditionally we always wait until after her birthday really to move on to that. But over the last couple of years, she's been asking for us to creep it back a little bit, but it never seems to happen.
Makes sense. That's always a bummer when you grow up having a birthday so close to the holidays. My sister's on the 29th, and she's always gotten I'm going to get you one big thing for both.
Yeah, it's just.
Well, my niece is on the 25th. So.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
The worst.
Well, she was a preemie.
Oh, really?
She was like 20 weeks or something like that. It was, she's like $1 million baby because she spent the first 6 months of her life in the PICU at a Presbyterian St. Luke's up in Colorado. So.
Yep.
Barely had her lungs formed by the time she popped out, but she's doing good now.
That's amazing.
But it took a little while for her to develop shall we say.
Definitely a Christmas miracle.
Yeah.
Well, that's how they refer to it in the family anyway.
Sure, absolutely. So obviously the holidays are creeping up on us, and the brains are on Christmas. But at the American Legion, you guys are always busy. You guys always have your hands in several different, I guess, irons in several different fires.
Well, we just finished Wreath Across America, which was the big thing.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
Yeah, we had like 135 wreaths this year, which is amazing.
Yes. Thank you, Roswell, for your contributions and your support.
Absolutely.
Especially, people that stepped up like Reineke Medical and some of the other ones in town. And then we just got another $250 donation for Memory Lawn. What was it, yesterday?
I think so.
Come in from somewhere in New Mexico. I can't remember right off the top of my head, but it's been amazing the amount of donations that have flowed in for that memory lawn. We also put some wreaths down at McBride, of course, on the columbariums and stuff, and one at Chavez County Courthouse lawn. They're at the memorial down there. So that was a lot of fun.
Excellent. I'm a member of a Facebook group called, a friend of mine invited me to join, called Once Upon a Wreath. And it's a local group of just people who make wreaths and some great designs. I'm amazed at the creativity of some of the folks here in Roswell. Just, getting their hands on some a few items and just making beautiful art. Just out of some pine.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Pretty cool.
So definitely thank you for all those donations. That is awesome to hear.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And of course, over the Thanksgiving holiday, we donated the turkeys, but for the winter holidays, we were going to do some other donations, which we just got out to the Assurance Home, Rivers of Life, the Roswell Refuge, and CASA. We just delivered those yesterday, some of the auxiliary members.
Yeah, we're donating a lot of money to Fisher House and Child Welfare and other things
all those
like
places
that.
as well,
So
too.
Our annual contribution list.
And that's what I think a lot of people, forget about the Legion. Is like you said, irons in a lot of fires. You guys are helping out a lot of very, valuable or needed organizations, and your donations and what you guys are putting forth is the lifeblood to a lot of organizations here in Chavez County.
Well, and our focus, of course, is veterans, their families, and children in the community. So those are our three primary focuses, especially this time of year.
Sure. So. Absolutely, yeah. The holidays, it's. I'm trying my best to not be a humbug. I really, really am. I really am. But when you're on the dad side of Christmas, it's like, everything has a price tag attached to it. It sort of takes the holly and jolly out of it. But organizations like you guys and a lot of the great charitable organizations here in Roswell and Chavez County. They sort of shed a light on this season. It helps a bit. You guys are kind of the bright spot in my otherwise humbuggy world. Trying here.
And we just gave out our community service award.
We did, yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, Mara, what's her? How do you pronounce her name?
I think it's Malia.
Malia. Okay. Yeah. I can't
on the spot, Jones. Yeah. I know.
Anyway, we just gave her our community service award on Sunday.
Yeah, she's been doing lots of community service.
You've probably seen her around town. She's the little girl that
absolutely the young lady who dances. Yes, she works real closely with Miss Marie Manning. I've seen her around.
I'd imagine that. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, imagine that. I've seen her around town. Yes, young lady. She's phenomenal.
She is. She had a goal starting in July to do 400 hours worth of community service from July to July. She's already at 600.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah, and she hasn't missed a single day. She's been volunteering at least once a day since, I think they said July 17th.
She started helping us a little bit.
And she's only 14.
Market, and then she's showed up at other things for us.
Yeah, she's always out.
Yeah, doing
Wreaths Across America. She came over to the Chavez County Courthouse lawn. Granted, there wasn't much to do, but she did come out. So I mean, she's around.
It's amazing when you get a chance to kind of see a young pillar, essentially starting out, like somebody who's going to be, a pillar in this community.
Yeah.
Yeah, at such an early age, and you're kind of like, it's almost like if you got to see Jordan's rookie season,
Yeah.
See,
I have a feeling
I thought
that
she was like 17 years old. She's like 14. And
Yeah.
it
amazing.
amazes me that someone that young has that much drive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She reminds me of a young Sean Smith. I'm totally kidding. Yeah, right. I wish I had that kind of drive and motivation. But but absolutely props to her. And lots of there's
you could put on a sash, Sean. You could, do
it's
those
about
photo shoots.
I can do the sash. That's about where that's going to stop. But yeah, no, young kids like that. There are just great examples of. There's so many awesome awesome kids in this community, awesome young people that are really making things happen, and it does the heart good to know that Roswell's in some pretty good hands.
Yeah, it does. And it's always nice because you see so many terrible things on the news anymore to realize that there is hope for the future because of kids like Malia and others like her.
Yeah.
That and it's not just the volunteering that she's doing. She's trying to encourage other youth to join her and get involved and participate. So kudos to her.
I use the phrase a lot over on my other show, good begets good. When people see somebody doing good, it almost goads them into wanting to do good too, like to keep up. So good begets good. So be getting out there and doing something today. So that's she's a real inspiration to other young people that I think that is being picked up on.
Yeah,
in a
for
real
sure.
way. That's awesome. So obviously coming up on the end of 2021, and no, that doesn't mean that 2020 succeeded in defeating us. It's just the end of the year. But 2022 on the horizon. What does the Legion have planned for the new year and beyond?
Well, we're taking off the month of January.
We've been
because we've been so busy. But
sure.
In February we will have 4 chaplains, which is our annual event at First United Methodist. That will occur on the last Sunday of February at 3 p.m.
Okay.
So we will be doing that, and that's really we're going to start gearing up after that.
Sure.
So
it's the main focus for quarter one of 2022.
Yeah, it's 4 chaplains.
Yeah, the 4 chaplains is the story of the 4 chaplains that were on the ship, the USS Dorchester.
The Dorch.
Yeah.
USAT Dorch.
Mike has often likened it to the beginning sounds like a bad bar joke. It's like a priest, a minister, a rabbi, and
it does. But it's actually a really good story. It's about the 4 chaplains, of course, that decided to give up their life jackets and try to help those around them, just like this season is all about giving up and trying to help others. And they were awarded a medal similar to the Congressional Medal of Honor, but because of their circumstances, the Medal of Honor wasn't able to be awarded.
Sure.
So Congress actually created a special medal for these 4 gentlemen. So if you get a chance, come out and listen and learn something new.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. And it really is a chance to kind of hear a story that's been told time and time again, kind of in a new way, in a new way that maybe if you've heard the story before, this is kind of a chance to kind of hear it from a different perspective and have that kind of different mindset. That's awesome. That's going to be, you said, the last Sunday in February?
Right.
Awesome. At the First United Methodist, correct?
Yes.
Very good. Very good.
Probably should give a quick memory lawn update.
Yes.
Obviously, for those of you who have been paying attention, we put up a brand new flagpole.
It is beautiful.
We have an 18 by 25 Garrison flag flying over that cemetery now. It's beautiful.
Fantastic.
We just prepped the fence.
Okay.
So we'll be painting it probably next week.
Awesome.
We're planning on, we're working with the cemetery very closely. We're going to move that memorial, that military memorial, over closer to the flagpole.
Okay.
And then this next year, we're probably going to start selling those bricks. So we'll memorialize bricks, and we're planning on lining the outsides of the walkways with that.
Fantastic. Go ahead. I was going to say, for those who don't know, Memory Lawn, you guys have really taken that under your wing, and it's become a real passion project for the Legion, and for both Legions, for 24 and 61. You guys have spearheaded just an amazing renovation, because that was, I mean, it was in a sad state of repair there for a quick minute, and you guys have
Well,
really
I
turned it
mean,
around.
28's come out for some ceremonies and stuff like that,
Sure.
but pretty much
You guys have taken the
61
brunt
has
of the
been
work.
doing that.
Yeah.
But and I'm not trying to take away anything
Not at all.
that 28 has done, but the simple fact is there's a lot of work that still needs to be done out there. In fact, the current project, which I really need to get an update on, we're going to be moving all of the headstones.
Okay.
And realigning them and
Yeah,
replacing them and stuff. So, and then we still have some backfill that we need to get done because some of the sinkholes that occurred still hadn't been fixed because the ground was too
Soft.
unstable.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So the plan is in that center circle, the south half of that circle is going to be the initial project. They're going to take the headstones, the markers, and gently move them to the side so that they can grate and level. And they're also going to be working on putting in the irrigation system so that we can get actual turf out there and not have it die in our hot summer sun.
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
So once that's all set up, they'll put the headstones back in place, all aligned and pretty like they're supposed to be.
Yeah, and they're going to be oriented all in the correct direction. 'Cause that's been a problem is some of the headstones have been facing the wrong direction. And then we even upwards of last week, we were still unburying headstones that we're finding out there.
And like you said, with so much of the the soil instability and a lot of things settling in different ways, I'm sure you've had issues with headstones sinking or just on one side being lopsided, and that's constantly going to be an issue with upkeep.
Yeah.
Like that.
I know that a lot of people think it's probably just something that's happening at Memory Lawn, but it happens at all cemeteries. It's not just Memory Lawn, but most cemeteries are taken care of by the county or the city, like South Park.
Right.
So Memory Lawn is not an endowed care. It's
probably held.
all donations. So if you would like to see further changes, we really need your help.
Absolutely.
So get involved, and we'll make the changes that y'all want to see.
I really appreciate the donations that we've gotten, received so far.
Sure, absolutely.
Like I say, it's allowed us to work on the fence. The fence actually had been broken.
One of our members was able to repair the gate.
Out there and actually got it repaired, and so now we're stripping off the rust as much as we can off of that metal fence, and then we're going to paint it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
we're making progress.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's been a minute out there,
and to see that the number of people who have volunteered, both donated money and their time, it's absolutely appreciated. It's really made a difference.
It really has, truly. I know that with the Wreaths Across America event, we had many more people out there volunteering than we expected, which was wonderful to see.
That was awesome.
Yeah, we
Patriot Guard came out.
Oh, yes.
Some VFW.
And just some local citizens that wanted to participate. So that was
people
wonderful.
that just had people buried out there. I mean, like I say, I just got a $250 donation from someone thanking us for all of our support out there. It was like, thank you. I mean,
yes.
It's going to cost about that to paint the fence.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of when you donate time or money to an organization like the American Legion, you see dollars in action.
Yeah.
Like right here in the community, you see it happening at Memory Lawn. You see it in giving back to the kids, with like the trunk or treats or with the donations, the turkeys, the laying of the wreaths. You see.
Oh yeah, our Halloween drive-through.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so all of those that donated at Farmers Market and throughout the year, your donations do go help to the kids in the community.
It's literally giving your dollars legs, and you need to watch what they do instead of like donating to some faceless. And I'm not saying that throwing your money in the bucket at the Salvation Army doesn't help some fantastic folks.
No,
absolutely.
No.
But to watch your donations actually being put forth in the community, it is a special thing.
Yeah, Chimera really stepped up this year and gave us a bunch of money.
We have a problem here.
What's
wrong? This just in.
We may need to go.
Oh.
If you guys have to wrap, that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we
gotta go.
We gotta go.
No worries.
I'm sorry, family emergency.
No worries. Can you just give us one real quick? If folks want more information,
RoswellLegion.org.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or 575-268 0220.
Okay.
I'm sorry, folks.
No,
we
not
have
at
to
all.
go.
Sorry, folks.
Absolutely. I hope everything's works out okay, and thank you guys for your time. We'll talk to you guys next time.
Okay. Thank you very
Thanks
much.
again. Lee and Jen with the American Legion Post 61. Hope everything works out okay. 33 minutes after 9 o'clock. Let's get you up to date with some local news.
Now for your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. An update to a missing persons case we brought you first yesterday. Roswell police now confirm the girl, 15-year-old Natalia Chavez Gonzalez, has been found and she is safe. The girl was reportedly found at a residence in Chavez County, west of Roswell on Monday evening. She had been reported as a missing and endangered runaway on Saturday. New Mexico's governor signed a nearly $500 million spending bill Tuesday that draws on federal pandemic relief funding to expand high-speed internet access, bolster roadways, upgrade state parks, expand nursing training programs, and help teachers pay off their student debt amid a shortage of educators. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham, a Democrat, approved all proposed spending in the bill and vetoed a requirement that local governments contribute to related affordable housing projects. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo reporting.
The truth and nothing but. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Even Janet Yellen is now flipping and flopping on inflation. That, remember, she was saying it's only transitory. That was, 6 months ago. Well, now Yellen has changed her tune. And you couldn't say on Sunday whether she was confident inflation would stabilize by next year's November midterms. It really depends on the pandemic. No, it doesn't depend on the pandemic. You want to fix the economy? I'll tell you how to do it. Go back to the Trump economic plan and stop spending more money than you have. Incentivize people to get back to work. The next best thing you can do is secure the border. And the next most important thing you can do is go back to Trump's policies of energy independence and drop the cost of oil dramatically.
Keeping you on the straight path. Later today, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
Looking for a good investment? Want to reduce uncertainty, financial risk, and hedge inflation? Here are 8 reasons to consider NRIA's Prime Real Estate Development Fund. Steady monthly cash flow payouts with double-digit targeted returns. Solid, affordable, high-demand home and apartment assets back you. New construction built where housing is badly needed and demand booming. Substantial properties already built and selling right now supporting you. Short and long-term strategies with steady cash flow and appreciation anticipated. An industry leader with a 15-year track record of 3 million square feet built and a pipeline of $1.7 billion of new property in progress. Hedge against inflation and receive steady cash flow. Start your due diligence at nria.net or call 800-800-1414. That's 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The catfish has over 27,000 taste buds. Do you think they prefer fried or blackened? Here's Mike Winters.
Nope. Sean Smalls. Good morning. 36 minutes after 9 o'clock. Let's get you up to date with the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Aside from some gusty wind over the next few days, things look good all the way through the Christmas weekend. Low to mid 70s and sunny today. Overnight, a few clouds with upper 30s, and then we'll be in the mid to upper 70s on Thursday, and it looks fair. Gusty wind coming up on Friday, but mostly sunny and our high in the upper 70s. And then for Christmas, we're expecting sunshine, mid-70s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 54 degrees around Roswell Way. Humidity about 13% with winds out of the south at about 7 miles an hour. And a barometer of 30.09 inches. I was going to call Tanner out on his lack of trill earlier when he said trace instead of tres. But I didn't feel it necessary to
I know.
call you out on it. But it's okay. You'll get
Well, it's hard.
It is. It's tough. You got to train that tongue to trill. But once you get it, then you just find yourself. I just find myself doing it like randomly. Like I was trying to tell somebody about a restaurant. And I said
Trace doesn't work.
I said El Charro, and I was like, oh, I didn't even mean to roll it right there, but I said, yeah, El Charro. You naturally roll it. 74 degrees for the high today under mostly sunny skies. Winds out of the west 5 to 15 miles an hour. Partly cloudy, dropping down to 36 for the overnight low. Winds out of the southwest at around 5 miles an hour. For your Thursday, mostly sunny, a high of around 74 degrees. For your Thursday, winds out of the northwest 5 to 10 miles an hour, coming south later in the afternoon. Partly cloudy, a low of around 44 degrees for Thursday night. And for your Friday, areas of blowing dust after 11 a.m. It's going to be a blowy one. Mostly sunny, though, high of 79 degrees and breezy with a southwest wind 15 to 25 miles an hour, gusts up to 35. That should help blow Santa along his journeys on Christmas Eve. Into Christmas Day, mostly sunny, getting up to 75 degrees. Mostly cloudy and dropping down to 53 for the overnight low on your Christmas night. And then for Boxing Day 2021, mostly sunny, 72 degrees for the high. We don't celebrate Boxing Day here in the States, but I always thought it was like a day that it was like on the calendar to box up all the Christmas decorations. There's like actual significance to it. I still don't know what it is, but there's significance
Boxing.
to it. Yeah, Boxing Day. People, it's like a huge thing, especially in Canada. They're big on. They do it in Britain too.
You must box your boxing on Boxing Day.
No, but so there's a place in Peru. It's like a county or a country in Peru. They don't celebrate Christmas on December 25th. They celebrate a special holiday, and it's only celebrated in this one region.
Not Christmas.
No, check it out. It's awesome. What they do is, in this country, you can legally fist fight people you've had problems with throughout the year.
That's the purge.
It's like the purge,
with
right?
Fists.
You can settle differences and disputes with friends, neighbors, relatives, whatever, with a fist fight legally on this day in Peru. And that's how you do a holiday right there. That's like Festivus for the rest of us. By the way, Festivus is officially tomorrow for those who aren't sure. So what is the point of Boxing Day? It's traditionally a day off for servants, and it's the day when they receive their special Christmas box from their masters. Ooh, we get our box. Yeah, it's probably going to be a good right hook to the face.
Yeah.
Let's say it's from their masters. Servants would also go home on Boxing Day to give Christmas boxes to their families. So I guess traditionally it's the one day off if you're in indentured servitude, because everybody gets one. 20 minutes away from 10 o'clock on your Wednesday morning. Let's get you up to date with the Chavez County Sports Report.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. Well, it was the Roswell Coyotes in action yesterday at the Clovis Holiday Tournament. This is boys basketball, and Roswell continues to struggle a little bit, losing to the Oregon Mountain Knights, formerly known as the Oñate Black Knights a few years ago. Oregon Mountain wins that game 62-55. Roswell is now 3-7 on the season, but they'll be back in action today at the same tournament. Hey, we want to wish congratulations to a couple of Goddard Rockets girls soccer players as they were selected to second team All-State in Class 4A. Aylin Fierro, she was picked as the second team forward, and Ambrosia Tiasiatu, she was picked second team as a midfielder from the Rockets. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Rich Thomason. The U.S. economy grew at a 2.3% rate in the third quarter, slightly better than previously thought, according to the Commerce Department. The third and final look at the performance of the gross domestic product, the nation's total output of goods and services, was higher than last month's estimate of 2.1% growth for the July through September period. A day after breaking its latest losing streak, Wall Street opened virtually unchanged this morning. The key average is a bit higher at mid-morning. COVID concerns have shaken the market in recent days. Overseas, global stock markets rose. The Fed's launching a formal investigation into a feature in Tesla vehicles, allowing people to play video games on a center touchscreen while the cars are moving. Concerned the so-called passenger play feature could distract the driver and increase the risk of a crash. With business, I'm Rich Thomason.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
More than 1 in 3 people will face cancer in their lifetime. Unfortunately, fear can stop you from getting cancer screening, but it won't stop cancer. Early detection can save your life. Don't wait for symptoms to appear to act. Cancer screening is safe, effective, and accessible for everyone, including free or low-cost screening programs. Go to cancerscreenquiz.com now and take the American Cancer Society's 2-minute cancer screening quiz to find out what screening tests are right for you. Don't wait. Take the quiz. Get screened. Go to cancerscreenquiz.com now. cancerscreenquiz.com.
You need an accurate thermometer to check for fever, a potential sign of flu or COVID. Be vigilant and contact your medical provider at the first sign of fever. Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Exergen Temporal Scanners are available at Walmart and other fine retailers. Learn more at exergen.com. That's EXERGEN.com. Exergen is changing the way the world takes temperature.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Men are 6 times more likely to be struck by lightning than women. That's because men are 6 times more likely to wear a tinfoil hat in a thunderstorm. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning, 16 minutes away from 10 o'clock. Yeah, because I back sell the clock. Mike doesn't do that. 9:44 on your Wednesday morning. Sean Smalls filling in for Mixmaster Mike Winters, who's off, I think probably midway over, he's probably to Dallas by now, actually.
He's midway?
No, he's midway, I was going to say midway to Virginia, but I think he's probably in Dallas. I'm assuming he did a layover, probably taking off his shoes at this point, going through security.
Maybe we should ask him.
No, I'm not going to text him right now. Are you?
I'll try.
Okay, fair enough. If he's flying the friendly skies, I'm guessing he's got his device turned off right now. But yes, Mike taking some much-needed and well-deserved time off, heading off to see some family off in the eastmost coast. I'll be filling in for you for the rest of, for the next 15 minutes, but also for tomorrow. I'll be sitting in the captain's chair as well. Friday for your Christmas Eve, going to be running the Christmas Eve Best of Hugh Hewitt show in this place of Mixmaster Mike's show on Friday. And then same thing on Monday and Tuesday of next week. We'll be running the Best of Hugh Hewitt as well. Mixmaster Mike should be back in the captain's chair, barring any kind of major issues or eventualities, come Wednesday of next week. So 1 week from today, after a much-deserved Christmas vacation, Mike will be back to regale us with stories of all the fun and frivolity that happened over his Christmas vacation.
Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Like the way you say that?
Yeah, Wednesday. You got to put a little put a little wind on it. It's funny, getting back to just something that the commercial I just heard. Have you ever noticed a company change a product, like an ad campaign, like midway, like right when they start it? Like a company knows something didn't work and they immediately change it?
Sonic and Sonic the Hedgehog movie?
Yeah, that's a good example. That's a great example. That's a situation where they were listening to the internet and did something.
Are you sure they didn't do that on purpose?
They might have. They got us talking. There's a commercial that we ran for Exergen temporal scanner for the thermometer thing.
Yeah.
So at the end, the guy doing the voiceover for the commercial says their tagline: Exergen is changing the way the world takes temperature. That's their tagline.
Mm-hmm.
Over the summertime season, I can't have been the only person to have heard them trying to make a jingle work. They had hired some new, I don't know who it was, but they had hired some singer that sings in that style that singers sing nowadays, where it's like, I can't find my breath, that kind of and it was this very dramatic music, and then at the end it was this, Exergen is changing the way the world takes temperature. It was
yeah, very
odd, very awkward for a jingle. The way they did it actually worked with the iambic pentameter of the song, and it was there for 2 weeks, and then it was just gone again. It's they figured out this isn't working. I don't know how much they paid for the jingle campaign, but it didn't work. And so now they're back to just the dude saying Exergen is changing the way the world takes temperature. And in fairness, I'm sitting on a morning show talking about it, and I've said Exergen's name like 17 extra times now, so it's like they're getting their money's worth. But I kind of want a temporal scanner right now. But yeah, it's funny to watch like an ad campaign die in real time. Like I would imagine that's what it's like to have watched New Coke go through its little phase.
Baby Nut.
Yeah, Baby Nut is a great example. Whatever happened to Baby Nut?
He extended his life
grown
cycle.
Up. Well, for those who don't remember, Planners killed off Mr. Peanut last year. Was that 2020? God, the pandemic.
2019-ish.
The pandemic's aged us all 13 years. So 17 years ago in 2020 for the Super Bowl, they ran an ad campaign wherein Mr. Peanut, I believe on a bus driven by Don Cheadle, I think, or something, was driven off of a cliff. And
dead.
Mr. Peanut died, essentially, in this commercial.
They killed off the old mascot, even though he was sophisticated and just fine.
That's what we thought, but much like a phoenix rising out of the nutshell ashes came Baby Nut.
Yeah.
And I thought, for sure, on the heels of Grogu and on the Baby Yoda, and on the heels of whatever the heck we're calling those little marshmallow guys from the new Ghostbusters movie, I figured since everything is baby versions of stuff, Baby Nut was going to be huge.
No.
Whatever happened to Baby Nut? I was ready to get my Funko Pop.
He grew up.
So excited about that.
He grew up a little bit, but then I just haven't seen anything about him ever since he grew up.
Yeah.
Like he became a teenager and like nobody cared.
And and here's another great follow-up question. How in 2021, in late 2021, did Planners not have the forethought to say, okay, let's resurrect Baby Nut as an NFT?
Ooh.
Wouldn't you love to own a little Baby Nut?
No.
Just in your digital wallet that's slightly different than someone else's Baby Nut?
I'd rather have the old mascot as an NFT.
Just Mr. Peanut himself?
Yes. The original Mr. Peanut.
That's okay. But
I don't think
which version of Mr. Peanut?
This is the thing. Okay, is Baby Nut Mr. Peanut?
Yes.
But did he lose his memories?
No. That's the thing. He's like fully. Okay.
I feel like he's not the same Peanut though.
You know what it reminds me of?
Not nearly.
What it basically is this is going to be an obscure reference. Do you know that episode of American Dad where Stan gets his legs cut off and they have to go back to they have to go to Roswell to where Roger has all of his alien stuff stored to put the salve on his stubs to regrow legs. And they start out as baby legs. So he's running on little baby legs for the rest of the episode. So it's an obscure reference, I admit. But that's what I imagine Baby Nut is, rising out of the nut-shelled ashes of its forefather. It still retains all of its memory. And if you remember the end of the commercial, Baby Nut was talking in Mr. Peanut's voice. So it's just a reincarnation of Mr. Peanut. Which
doesn't feel that way, though.
It's kind of awe-inspiring knowing that Mr. Peanut don't die, Mr. Peanut multiply.
He live.
He got the nut power. That's it's inspiring to me as just a regular Joe.
Yeah.
You can make something of yourself.
I don't know. There's just something about the old mascot that was sophisticated, and it just
Be like Baby Nut.
Sophisticated people eat nuts.
I would agree. Do sophisticated people eat peanuts though? Because I feel like sophisticated
cashews.
Yeah, but you don't see Mr. Cashews. I feel like sophisticated people go for the more, the higher end nuts. Your macadamias, your peelies, your
Well, maybe that's why there's
Brazil nuts.
A Mr. Peanut, because otherwise he would have been eaten.
But, okay, growing up, and I'm just curious about like holiday traditions. Did your family have the bowl of nuts? So it was so weird. We had in my family, we had this one bowl that it would always be broken out at Christmas. It was like this. It was like wood, a wood bowl. I just remember the bowl was wood, and every year my mom would fill it with nuts, and they were the same nuts. It wasn't like we would go to the store and buy new nuts for the bowl. It was the same nuts. These were decorative nuts. Yes, we had decorative nuts in my house growing up.
No way.
I only know this because I ate like a 4-year-old hazelnut one year, and I'm like, there's something off about this. And she goes, don't eat those. Those are for decoration.
Oh.
Yeah, those are decorative nuts. So that was a
I
fun
take that
thing.
back, though. My grandpa does have bowls
Yeah?
of nuts.
bowls of, and I thought of it because I was in the store the other day and they have the display. It's literally said festive holiday nuts. I'm like, oh, that kind of harkens me back to, it's weird. We both grew up in a weird time for Christmas. Although you're about close to a decade younger than me, so you grew up in a little different time. But the 80s and early 90s was a weird time to be a kid at Christmas. They had these, I only just thought of them recently. We had these Christmas ornaments that were plastic and they were shaped like fruit. And they were filled with like pixie stick powder, essentially.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and you could use them as Christmas ornaments afterwards. We had a bunch of these, I remember. And we kept them as ornaments for years. Like in a box in storage with all the other ornaments wrapped up with newspaper were these plastic candy containers, essentially, that we were using as Christmas ornaments.
Well, have you heard of D's?
D's nuts?
Yes.
I have.
Got him.
In fact, heard of.
I've been sitting here waiting.
I was wondering, you've been smirking for the last 3 or 4 minutes. I'm like, oh, he's sitting on something.
Just that.
Feel good about what you just did?
Yeah.
You hijacked a morning show for
beautiful
for
ornaments,
me.
though.
It was really good. It was really good. So, what about tree decorations? As far as do you guys have the traditional heirloom ornaments, stuff that you made?
No.
Any
I mean, there's some stuff that I've kept from the past,
like
but
grade
no.
school stuff.
No, I didn't even have time to set anything up this year for me. So
yeah,
they did up at the cabin in Redoso, but
it's like I was saying. I sort of started from scratch this year. I was donated a bunch of ornaments. Actually, my friend Misty gave me a box of ornaments they didn't use. So that helped. I also know that I have cats. And so I know that every morning, now that Tony knows what's up with the tree, every morning I'm going to wake up to a fresh round of ornaments adorning my floor. Yeah. It was great for the first day. I was so proud of him.
I remember next I had a cat, and that's what would happen. The cat would just go dive into the tree.
Of course.
It's like, what are you doing?
Well, it's anytime you had a shoestring, a shoelace or whatever
Just
in front
anything.
of a cat, it's evolutionarily they are trained to want to bat it around. And
cool.
ornaments are literally hanging it in their face. Now, the argument is, do I do what they're saying to do online and pick my Christmas tree up and chase my cat around the house? No. Because that's what they're saying is
Well, it depends on the Christmas tree that we had at the time was big. Mm-hmm. It was really big. So it's like, you can't pick that up.
Do I surround the tree with cucumbers? Because you've seen that meme online, right? The cats are terrified of cucumbers. Of course, I don't know if they're terrified of it or if they just think it's a snake.
I'm just imagining pouring a whole bunch out.
Just the whole box. Whole box of cucumbers. There, deal with that. I already did the aluminum foil thing, and they laugh at that. Granted, I'm not going to use all my good aluminum foil around the tree, but they just bat that off to the side and go at the ornaments. The problem is
you could hang cucumbers in your tree. You could try.
Is that a pickle in your tree, Sean? Or
No.
See?
It's an unpickled cucumber.
Unpickled pickle, yeah. It's pre-pickle.
Pre-pickle.
That's what we roll. We hang pre-pickles in this house. Hey,
post-pickle.
This is a pre-pickle household. So I don't know. I have to try a couple of things because as soon as Christmas is over, I'm taking that bad boy down. I'm not going to be a dweller in the holly and the jolly. Much to the dismay of my redneck roots, I'm not going to leave my Christmas decorations up past February.
As I was saying, I didn't have time to put anything up, and I was thinking about contemplating doing it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, there's only a week left. Yeah. There's literally no point. I'm not even going to be spending Christmas here.
Right.
I'm not going to set it up just to have to take it right down.
That's true. And
just forget it.
And some people literally save the tradition till, like we were talking about with Lee back there. He saves the tradition till literally a few days before.
I just thought of something. Christmas. I need to get a cardboard cutout, kind of like Big Flat Mike.
Right.
Mike is the Grinch,
dude,
and put it in front of my house. That's all I need.
If we have a photograph of Mike in Grinch garb,
I will use that every year.
I would absolutely. It would be like the family that has that always puts the Peanuts characters up every year. Like I have a friend who she was driving by the house and they hadn't put the decorations up. She's like, I'm about to egg the house if y'all don't put the Peanuts up pretty soon. Well, because every year since she was not going to do that, but every year since childhood, that house has had those Peanuts decorations.
Well, I mean, here's the key to the shed. Go for it.
Fair enough. But
maybe they need some help. You never know.
One thing that I thought was kind of funny as I was out looking for decorations, I went to Dollar Tree up north. They had, I almost got it, up in the front. It's just like a shoulder bag, like a holster bag. It looked like a folding chair, like one of those, like a picnic chair you take, one of the folding ones.
Yeah.
In a bag, but it was a Christmas tree. Apparently, it was I think, umbrella in Christmas tree. It said a 4-foot white Christmas tree in like a bag. I think you just take it out and flock it or pop it like an umbrella. I was this close to getting it because I was like, that just seems a lot easier.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I just put mine like 2 trash bags, one over top of the other, and you just carry it in the other room.
Yeah.
That's it.
I like it. But but I was very intrigued. I'm like, I just wanted to see how it works. So I almost got it, but I didn't. I held back on that one. All right, wrapping things up as we chew the clock on this Wednesday morning. Big thank you to everyone for joining us on this morning without Mike Winters. Of course, we'll have another one for you tomorrow as we count down to Christmas. We've already been chit-chatting about some ideas that we might have to maybe give you guys some glimpse into our childhood Christmas celebrations. We'll see if we can't make some of those come to fruition for tomorrow. In case you missed any portion of the morning, you can always go back and take a listen to the show in its entirety at ksvptv.com. And, of course, most of the show already up on the 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM Facebook page because Hard R himself has been hard working, getting those put up piecemeal. Lori Schatz in the 7 o'clock hour chatting about the performance coming up very, very shortly in February from Ted Vigil. His performance of John Denver songs. It's going to be amazing. Tickets available now, 2 p.m., 7 p.m., February 19th. Get your tickets before they're gone. Of course, the interview we had with Miss Amy McVeigh-Tejas from the Historical Society in the 8 o'clock hour, and the brief chit-chat that we had with Jen and Lee before they had to take off from the American Legion Post 61. We'll have that up for you later on this morning. Big thanks to everybody for joining me on This Morning Without Mike Winters. We'll get back at it again tomorrow morning, same time, same place, and do it all one more again. Till then, be seeing you.
See ya.
No static at all. Your new home for talk radio is KEND Roswell.